was too doing it.
Famous Amos.
Yeah.
He from
That's his
Mississippi.
name, yeah.
Famous
Famous Amos.
He from Mississippi.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Hold on. And we're back. Uh-oh. He on that shit.
Crack.
That's when you know niggas is sprung.
That ain't a bad thing.
That nigga said he just like crack. Goddamn. I don't know if that shit mean it's addictive or it's bad for you and you are going to try to steal shit because of it.
I think
Anyway.
it's both.
Yeah, that shit sounds terrible.
Hey, that's what he say Messi did. Type to come to your house and leave with your TV.
Hey, doom, 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 doom.
Doom doom's at the door.
Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, that shit fucked up. That nigga Messi went from sugar to shit, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. That was my nigga, bro. Like, I be hating that this nigga don't make good music no more. Cause, goddamn, that nigga had some tracks. And now that nigga just sleeping in the goddamn, I don't know what the fuck you call it. Anyway.
Got Mike Fish right there.
Yeah, I just realized that. I remember that song now. But anyway, we are back for another wonderful installment of Uncensored. Joining me to my left, as usual, is my lovely wife, Taiwan. And this old country ass nigga over here, is my nigga Getty. Mississippi pimp. Look at him just. Where my motherfucking collard greens at, bitch? Got my hog maws and shit.
And yams.
The boy probably got some hot water cornbread in his pocket.
And I might be.
Man, it's been a minute, so we're going to go ahead and see what we're going to get into, because there's a bunch of bullshit to talk about. There's a lot of fuck shit going on, and we might as well get it out, and hopefully you see this before CERN open up this motherfucking portal and suck us all through that motherfucker.
In a couple days.
Yeah. So, anyway, what we got on the agenda?
Well, I guess the oldest thing is the Uvalde massacre.
Yes, and RIP to all them children.
Yes.
Because that was, well, let's see. That's when a young, 18-year-old gunman went into an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, and what was the total, 23 people?
I believe so.
Yeah, and massacred 23 people with AR-15 while the police stood outside like some bitches.
Well, after he shot his grandma.
Yeah, she lived though.
She did,
Mm-hmm.
but that was,
But
that was the first incident before he went.
Yeah, that shit still pisses me off when I think about it though. Like,
Yeah.
Man, they could have been saved, man. It took a whole hour to go in.
yeah, stood outside like some bitch. They stood out. They did more work holding the parents from going inside.
And arrested some parents.
Yeah, from trying to go get they fucking kids. You think about that. You trying to go get you hear the shooting and these motherfuckers keeping you out.
Well, they said they were outside the classrooms in the hallway while he was shooting the kids.
Yeah.
So.
I even seen a report where some of the parents said that they seen cops going in there getting their kids out of the
And
school.
leaving everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, punk motherfuckers. But like you said, the chief of police, who was also on the city council, he resigned his his city council position today also.
But he's still with the police
He's
force.
still the police chief, bitch ass nigga. But I mean, that shit. So the next thing that came out was, man, all the AR-15s. First of all, guns ain't never killed nobody. People kill people. And secondly, the problem with, let's see, how do you approach this taking guns? Because every country I've ever looked through history and they got all their guns took, motherfucking country, imagine if you had a president who was so totalitarian like Donald Trump was, and you took everybody's guns. And one day he snaps out and he want to just be on some bullshit. And you ain't got no way to resist shit.
A gun law ain't gonna do nothing though.
It ain't.
Because most people that I know, your first gun you didn't go into a store and buy it.
I've never known a nigga that went and decided he was gonna go shoot him. Well, you right.
Still, you could change all the laws in the world, and you still could get access to a gun.
Because my first gun wasn't legal.
Well, I don't think raising the age to 21 is gonna help either, because
right.
it's basically the same.
Which
thing.
that's some bullshit too. That's a Texas thing, because in Texas,
Yeah.
You can go get an assault rifle at
At
18,
18.
but you can't go get a fucking handgun until you're 21.
I feel like it should have been more red. I mean, to me, the obvious red flag is him going to get the guns within days of each other. Like, what do
Exactly.
you need all this for?
And ordering all those high capacity magazines.
Yeah.
But you can get them in Kansas City. It's nobody. Half of these people, they don't go to the store and get it.
Right.
They go down to the juke house and get it.
They had the juke house.
Your car at the juke house.
Exactly. Shit.
Kansas
Because
City.
they
probably-
going right up in people's cars, taking whatever they want out
You
that
can
motherfucker.
have a stack sitting there. They'll leave the money. They looking for the guns.
Yeah. That when they broken my shit out there in Mingles at times. They left beat everything in my truck. They was looking for guns and dope. Broke my window out, just went all through my shit, left everything else in there.
Oh, damn.
I'm just left with a busted out window and shit all over my truck.
I don't know. It's a touchy subject.
Especially his 3 parents sitting up here.
Yeah. I feel like they should have did a better job of protecting the kids. They were all about self.
It was something they said about that door. At first they said it was propped open, then they was
teacher-
like it wasn't locked.
Then they said they couldn't get it open. They
couldn't
had to
get a
have a
key.
teacher come open the door.
They had to get a key. to
That
get
always
in.
stuck out to me too, because they
Yeah.
kept saying we had to have a faculty member come open the door with the key because it was
No,
locked.
I think it was just a matter of them being scared. And like we
Mhm.
always say, you shouldn't be a police officer if you're gonna be scared.
So that was my next point.
Which
Because-
is natural to be scared. I'm not saying you
yeah,
can't
understandable.
be scared.
My next point was why they talking about we need gun reform. I still say that was a prime example of why we need police reform.
But
Yes.
what was they doing? Like I said, you see the video of him outside, shooting outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And supposedly the school resource officer or whatever rolled past and seen the door open, propped open, and went and locked and shut it and went on by his way. You didn't think to investigate, hey, why was this door open? He got back in his car and left. So it's not a matter of, I mean, you can try and change gun laws and make it stricter for certain people, but y'all need to do a little bit more stricter research on these police
Oh
officers.
yeah, because it was so many things that went wrong. It was the little boy said that he was under the table and the officer was like, "Raise your hand if you need help." And the
Yeah.
little girl screamed and the dude shot her. Like, this is like common sense stuff to me.
The other little girl said she had to lay there and
And
she
play
took the
dead.
blood
Yeah.
from other people and covered herself in other people's blood, the other children's blood, to play dead so that he wouldn't come back and shoot her. Because if he seen movement and looked like you wasn't bloody, he was shooting you again.
I think what stands out to me is that they had to get DNA from the parents to identify some of these kids.
Yeah.
And you send your kids to school and you thinking they're gonna be safe, but this is just
And
sad.
if I ain't mistaken, wasn't this the last day of school?
It was close
The
to
next,
it.
the next
Second
day.
the second to last day or
And they
something
had
like
just
that.
had like a award ceremony.
Yeah, all these people had just left.
But I'm gonna tell you what I still can't understand. The guy he in jail, right? Just like Buffalo, we could play it how you want to.
No, they killed him.
Who?
The
They killed him.
18-year-old.
The doctor from the shoot.
Yeah, they killed
Yeah.
him.
He's dead.
Okay.
He deserved to be.
I
He
agree.
knew. I mean, and then bringing up Buffalo, we didn't hear nothing else about that. Like,
Yeah, we don't know if
ain't
he
heard
free or
Buffalo
not.
in a long time.
He just went to court the other day, I believe.
But it's so hush hush, and it's
Right.
like,
Correct. And this is like,
Yeah.
unless you read this news story where,
Yeah.
where this other guy in Kentucky just shot 6 policemen, killed 3, but he's in jail.
Yeah.
and you know they coming to kill if you kill them. I'm
What?
just like,
Oh, they beat him up.
Did
Oh,
y'all
they
good.
beat him up good. They showed his face,
but I'm
but
saying most times if you kill a police officer, they
Ah,
not
yeah,
gonna
it's
wait
a
for you
wrap.
to trial.
it's a wrap. You're not gonna just be walking around. It's a wrap.
I don't know, but they got to do something with these school shootings. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm happy, like, at Raytown, how when you go in, you basically like in a box. Then you have to be buzzed. First you have to be buzzed in the school. Then you have to be let into, once you're in this box, you have to be let into the school. You know, it's like that in middle too. So I mean, I really about think everybody needs to adopt that to, you know, extra security. But
Yeah, because that was always something that stuck out too. Like, how you just walk in here? Because I'm thinking, like you said, when I go to school for the boys or something, it was always, just,
yeah,
who are you? I'm such and such to come get such and such. All right, what's your name? You know what I'm saying? You got to be on the list. All right, stand right there. All right, well, who what student? You didn't just get in there.
Yeah.
You got to wait, and then you got to go in there and sign it. You can't just run through the halls and.
No.
So that's it. It's a lapse on the school district for lackadaisical security. It's key on the police department for being a group of fucking uniform pussies, and just. Not there was no protection, there was no service, there was no nothing. It was just, oh shit, he's shooting. Well, I don't want to go in there.
Mhm.
And they need to actually have security, not just one officer.
Yeah.
'Cause like when that happened in Uvalde, what was that? What was that? It was somewhere around here that they put that thread out.
Blue Springs.
Blue Springs, yeah. And they canceled school, summer school that the last couple of days.
No, Raytown was like,
well, yeah.
we increased presence.
That was Independence, Blue Springs.
It was a handful.
Let's just say all the black school districts carried on.
They wouldn't worry.
No, they just didn't give a fuck. No, they just didn't give a fuck. What happened?
But I don't understand. Like again, I guess different generations, different times. Like me, if I got upset at people at school, I just skipped school.
You never thought about, but it's a different emotional generation though. It's different. Like, I guess when we were younger, we didn't understand. There was certain things that we didn't hear about. You didn't hear about trauma. You didn't hear the words anxiety. You didn't hear emotion. You know what I'm saying? We didn't hear or think about
everybody got mental health issues.
Yeah, everybody's traumatized. Everybody's triggered. We didn't hear none of that stuff. And I'm not saying it was better that we didn't hear it, but it was just kind of to the back burner. But people, I feel like, were taught more to kind of hold in some of that emotional shit, whereas it's just push it out.
And then I don't think like back then it didn't happen at all. I mean, I would say I was in middle school when Columbine happened.
Right. And that shit was unheard of then.
It was.
Well, it actually happened. I'm gonna tell you. Before that one happened, which people kind of lost track because of how many people got killed. I think the first one actually happened in Mississippi. It was you had to go back. I want to say it was in Biloxi maybe. School shooting, but like I said, I don't think it was. It was on the national news, but it wasn't as big, as many casualties, But I like I said, for the life of me, I can't understand why you going in shooting kids and.
Okay.
Yeah, that shit.
And then I mean. Some people consider.
Oh, well, there was the one in Texas, the Watchtower, in the college in Texas. Remember, dude? And I think it was a movie. Kurt Russell played him too. And back in the day, he was a sniper. He went up in the clock tower, one of Texas. Yeah, he was shooting students. I forgot about that school shooting. It was way back in the day, like the 70s or something.
But I think, like I said, it's happening.
Doing like higher learning.
Yeah, that was why in higher. I don't know if you remember, but when higher learning came out. It was kind of a little bit of a controversy about that scene because that was off of that. Because one thing about John Singleton, he would put some realistic shit from an event in his shit.
Yeah.
Like the whole Snowfallers were shit that really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, like when he put in like, hey, hoes gotta eat too. Yeah, hoes gotta eat too.
That was real. I mean, they do. Everybody's gotta eat. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like it's some kids that consider the shooters of Columbine heroes, like the kids that get bullied or ain't so popular. They feel like, well, they were bullied or whatever people are saying happened to them. It's just, I just never thought like that in school.
You know what? I went to school with some motherfuckers that's in jail right now for murder, turned into hardcore killers. Went to school with criminals, drug dealers, everything. I never ever worried about one of them coming in that school shooting up the fucking school. Mm-hmm. Some of the wildest niggas I grew up with or seen in right here, they would have never went in there and shot a school up. Women and kids was off limits. It's just not what you did.
They don't do that no more.
No, they don't.
Because in Kansas City, I wake up and they be like, a young lady just got shot last week, I think, early 20s.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Hell, in New York, I just seen the story and it was fucking heartbreaking. I turned the channel. 20-year-old mother walking down the street, pushing a stroller.
Okay. Her baby dad or
somebody
kid's dad?
Walked up to her and shot her in the head.
Oh, no, that's a different.
Yeah, they don't even know what they just said. A motherfucker just ran up and just shot her in the head. She was carrying a baby.
Because the one I'm thinking, she was pushing the stroller. I want to say she got hit by a car, but it was her baby daddy.
Yeah, I know about that.
But it was a girl here. What was it? A couple years ago, walking by 7-Eleven with a stroller.
Yeah. And that was over some bullshit. It was
some Facebook shit.
Yeah. She had said something on Facebook. They got into it on Facebook. Well, that happened also on 51st too. the dude killed that girl at the liquor store right there up the street from because his homeboy and her was going together and they got into it on Facebook. So he seen her at the store and he walked up and shot her and killed her.
That Facebook shit really ain't working.
Man, I ain't beefing with nobody on no Facebook.
But see, you know what I learned too, and I'm learning and realizing from talking to kids. So for us, we all grew up before that shit was. We didn't grow up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we were all older as that shit came out. So it's entertainment for us. You know what I'm saying? We find it, jokes, laugh. Oh, look at this shit. Oh shit, this shit funny. You know, let me share it. You know, laugh, jokey.
That's what I tell everybody. I've been on that since like 09. You can
Me
go
too.
all the way back to 09. You don't see. I don't post personal stuff. Like,
Right.
you know, if somebody may die, I may say, "Hey, rest in peace to my partner." But my personal life,
Right.
I probably could. If you go back far enough, maybe 2-3 females I've dated, you may see one picture each. I do not involve my personal life, and it's just.
But that's like I said, that's also an older trait because we was always told when we're around when the internet was created, so we know how unsafe that motherfucker was too. Hey, don't be putting your shit on there.
A motherfucker, man.
Yeah, you ain't too far in the race.
You saying you was around when the AOL was
You gotta have the little disc. Yeah.
And
You have mail.
You would get 400 of the motherfuckers in the mail. Put this disc in, and you get 4,000 hours of goddamn AOL right now for free.
Okay, because my entertainment was Yahoo Messenger in them chat rooms.
Oh my god, the chat room was the shit, man. Hey,
ASL.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Anessa was the first person to get internet. I used to be at her house on 23rd College like all night.
I'm finna tell you how crazy that chat room was.
Soon as she go to sleep, ain't nobody calling this house. Got the lines tied up, buddy.
I'm telling you, like I was in the AOL chat, like when I was in high school. This is a crazy story. Like,
When it still meant ASL meant age, sex, and location.
Yeah. So I'm
Not as hell.
I'm still in Mississippi. I met a chick that was from Kansas City. I'm like, yeah, I come to Kansas City. You know, my cousin and step down. We down on 12th and Woodland. You know, so we down to Parker Square. You know, so when I moved to Kansas City, you know, you should send you pictures. You know, you in the chat room, you in high school. I'm down in the bottoms, Club Candy.
It wasn't no HD back then.
No, it was blurry.
Grainy as hell.
Man. So I'm in the club by the club. I'm like, that girl look familiar. My DJ playing the music. I go up to her. I'm like, you remember me? I used to chat with you. Da-da-da. She told me at night, my DJ still playing Lean With It, Rock With It. I don't know, back in the day.
Mr.
No, you know, these DJs know how to slow the party down no more.
Because they don't, these niggas don't make love. They just have Percocet
Man,
pussy.
they be in there having sex to Gucci, man. Then.
Because cocaine, your dick don't work when you're on cocaine.
I ain't never did a line.
I don't want my nose to bleed. I feel like it was.
Hey, that's how I knew my partner was on this shit one day. We went to the store and the nigga
irritating
kept
me.
sniffling and doing that. I said, man, what the
Irritating.
fuck is wrong with you? Huh? And I went to the illest shit. He was sitting in my car and we stopped. That's when Mr. Beeves was on 45th and Prospect, the liquor store.
Man,
And
I
I
used to go
walked
down out there.
We've been riding around getting fucked up. I said, man, let me run around the store and piss. I'll go to the back of the store and piss. But something said, act like you pissing and come back real quick. When I came back, that nigga was sitting in the passenger seat like, I said, oh, nigga, you ain't here tooting. Oh, man, look, yeah, man, I ain't even know. Nigga, I knew you was doing something, motherfucker.
No.
That's a quick weight loss plan.
Hey, the damn chat rooms was scary for a girl because them old men be in there and they'll send you little nasty. Nah, I don't want none of that.
They were sending you nasty stuff. What they was sending?
Yeah, they was sending all type of shit. They was sending dick pics back in the day.
You was like, I'm 14. They were like, I don't care.
Nah, I was
I won't
about,
tell you. You won't tell.
I'm about 19, 18, 19.
They was saying if it's grass on the field, play
Nah,
ball.
I was like, oh, this an old ass man to catch a predator.
Man, I missed that show.
That show was a shit. I
That
fuck
shit
with Chris Hansen.
That nigga said that's the workout plan, getting on cocaine.
I'm just coming over. I'm coming over to be like a big brother. But yeah, we see you have the condoms and the beer in the car.
Is it you? I want to put my fingers.
See, that's not what I meant. So, I'm going to school to be a doctor.
I was just saying how far they was gonna go.
No, I'm trying to do what you. I'm trying to make sure that they don't get out of pocket out here. So, I mean, we done got off the rails like a motherfucker real quick.
You knew that was gonna happen with me being in here.
Yeah, we
gonna be
did.
all over the place.
I hope y'all got y'all ADD medicine because this motherfucker crazy.
Okay, the end result is gun laws ain't gonna work.
Shit.
You know, people can still get guns.
Listen, the thing you got to realize, because they talking about you need to screen people better for mental health, but mental health is like physical health. You might be sick one day and feel better the next. You might be mentally great one day and you don't know what kind of traumatic shit. A motherfucker lose both parents in 1 month and go crazy if something happened. And now you fucked up in the head. You know what I'm saying?
But why don't that apply to black people? Why can't black people have mental health?
Apparently, we don't have a lot of shit. You know, to this day, and the last medical journal in like 2017, I think the last time somebody checked it, that regular doctors still feel like we have less nerve endings and we feel less pain than anybody else. Mm-hmm. They have so many fucked up thoughts about black folks and our health. It's ridiculous.
But you know what, though, when I think about it like that, with affect some, like you could take a white person that goes do the same thing, and the black person is going to react the same thing, but going to react different. Because I'm going to tell you, like, a lot of people that was black probably, now you look back, you're like, damn, I was poor when I was growing up.
Yeah. But we didn't know it then.
You didn't know it. All your friends lived on the block with you. They had the same
We was too busy having fun. We didn't give a fuck about that shit.
Having fun. We didn't care. Like, I knew I was going to eat at night. It might
That's
not
all that mattered.
You had somewhere to lay your head. And you outside playing, so you could have had it rough, but we didn't know.
See, now it's the kids now.
My mental health is
but that's what I'm saying. It goes back to now you bring up a good point, because now that's a whole other thing when I'm saying about these kids being emotional and all this shit, because they are growing up with social media. It's in their life from the start. So they looking and everybody posting pictures. And a lot of these parents get their kids fucking social media pages early because they getting phones early. Now they posting their little shit, or another motherfucker they seeing too much shit. Oh, well, I want some. Remember, all of a sudden, okay, let's take the case in point. It's certain brands of shit that I grew up watching be not shit for years. Champion, Vans. It's some other shit. Now all of a sudden,
you used to go to Kmart get Champion.
Yes. So now all of a sudden, because somebody cool ended up getting the shit, and we don't know, the motherfucking parent might have actually been broke and got us the shit, but the motherfucker start wearing, niggas like, damn, so and so got him. So another motherfucker seen him and got the shit. Oh, this so and so, he got it. They gotta be dope. Then it blew up. Vans is the ugliest goddamn shoe in the world to me.
They got some
cool.
I seen a flat foot ass shoe.
I seen a couple.
Well, you feel that way about Converse then?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no. I mean,
change your mind.
It's hit or miss.
Listen, Chuck Taylors you know why niggas wore Chuck Taylors? Because there wasn't no other fucking shoe.
Hey, but I seen a dude that said him today at the basketball game.
That's just a piece of rubber on your feet.
That man had some come all the way up here like an ankle bracelet on it or something.
On
like
what? On some
Converse? Yeah.
Yeah, I seen them high ass.
They got some with like pockets and pockets
shit.
and shit.
Well, that was kangaroos back in the day. Remember kangaroos? The shoes that had a little pocket in that motherfucker in the tongue. This young ass nigga. Anyway, but I'm saying that to say, you know what I'm saying? It's the other kids seeing what other kids, so they're envious. Like you said, we didn't know that we was poor. We didn't know we didn't have shit. We just knew, hey, I got a house, I got a roof, I'm gonna eat.
So that's why your mental health stronger though for the stuff you been through.
Right.
But these kids are entitled and ungrateful, and I can go all day.
Well, you should have did this for me, and you should have did that.
I'm gonna tell you, people don't understand. I'm gonna tell you one of the funniest videos I've seen, and I still laugh at it to this day when I see it. The little boy that was running away from home had packed his bag, and the dad was like, "Where are you going?" He said, "You say you don't love me no more." He said, "No, I did." I said, "Go to bed."
Okay.
So, like I said, you just understand stuff different.
Well, motherfuckers, it's crazy. But I mean, hell, that's just like shit. You was a little, you knew you didn't have shit, but and if your cousin had some McDonald's, they just had some McDonald's, nigga.
Okay, I see the segue. Okay, I guess we gotta go there.
Oh, we gonna talk on this. I got some stuff.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Now I understand it was a skit. We done got that part, but it's something that's reality.
It generated controversy.
This is this bull ass shit. Fuck the kids. Bitch, he got a dented ass fender and a Monte Carlo still.
Yeah,
Fuck you talking about?
City, man. He got that money, man.
Oh, that's Milwaukee. This shit crazy. Oh, your kids. Oh, your kids.
Okay.
Now, did you hear that, though? What a lot of people didn't hear. You hear what he said? Eric called. That's what he liked.
Listen.
All right, but hold on. Before you say nothing, disclaimer, that whole shit was fake. So we not even going to really trip on the actual video. We just going to talk about the principles of it.
So, one thing about it, Xavier or Cameron ain't gonna call nobody to my house without me knowing. You ain't gonna ask nobody for nothing before
Hell
I
no.
know about it.
You sure ain't.
So you not making phone calls freely talking about I'ma just ask so and so to bring shit over.
That's also a good point.
Secondly,
who is you to be calling nigga? You got DoorDash, nigga?
Secondly,
My kids do.
I understand.
New age.
And this is an unpopular opinion. I understand what she's saying because I'm a person. I wouldn't do that. I would bring for everybody.
I don't think.
She also made a post saying their youngest kid is the kid they have together. He been doing all this shit for the kids before, but now they're not together.
Okay.
And now you don't want to do it.
Okay,
Kids
they're not
don't.
together.
What I'm saying is, kids don't understand y'all not together. You been doing it, so you gonna say fuck me now?
Yes.
No.
Because, again, you have to understand, like, first of all...
I'm not saying he's obligated either.
He's not, first and foremost, like she said, those are my kids. As a mother, those are your obligations to make sure they're fed. Now, when they go to their daddy's house, I mean, I'm gonna back that up. Because no matter what mine is, yeah, mine will be fed. Whether they're with their mama, their grandmama, my house, my sister's house, they'll be fed. But just because he did for them at one time, that's your ex now. He is not obligated to spend his money on them kids.
I'm not saying he's obligated, but
Call him
but that's my other point. We don't know if they bring shit over and bring for his kid too. Some people might, maybe she didn't say they wasn't in her kid's life. We just seeing him. They daddies might bring shit over for all the other kids, and that's the issue she's having with him.
But I think at one point in this video, if I remember right, she said they ain't ate. And his response, like I said, you get caught up in them screaming at each other, but it's like, they ain't ate.
Right.
So you don't.
If you just going off the basis of the principle of this video, in that video, my whole point when I was ordering motherfuckers was, if you look at that video, he pulled up because he like you just heard him say, his son called him and asked him to bring him something to eat.
And Eric gonna get his ass dealt with.
Understandable, that's true, because back in the day you couldn't call nobody, but he pulled it up here. You know what I'm saying? Now the thing was, we don't know, and it seemed like, because she said he does this every day. So apparently he does this thing with his son every day. He go get his son.
So why should she expect something different if he do this every day?
But my whole thing was, if you've been letting him do something every day, it's a whole lot of shit that goes in there.
But we don't know if she let him. She probably did.
Apparently, because you see how he's just walking up.
No, they may have had a discussion, and nigga like, just because me, I'm gonna go off of me. I got an ignorant motherfucker. Whether you discuss shit with nigga, he gonna do what the fuck he want to do regardless.
Okay.
So maybe they had a discussion. She's like, you know, this is causing, an issue, dissension among my kids.
Okay, so then my thing is, if it's causing a dissension, you don't even have to do no arguing, fussing, and fighting. Hey, nah, we're not doing that. It's not happening. You don't even come here with the shit.
Maybe she told him that and he did it anyway.
Then why you outside with a fucking camera? That ain't solving shit.
Because motherfucker, I told you not to come out. Now
What
you
the
gotta
fuck
go.
is the
Now you
camera
gotta
doing?
go. Now you gotta go on Facebook.
Oh, no, that shit don't. That's causing a bigger issue.
That's being a. But these little kids, you running the Facebook with it? No.
Yeah, I'm not even doing all that shit.
If you know I'm bringing my kid McDonald's, you don't have no food. Did you pick up the phone to call your other kids that? Hey, can you bring your kids some food?
Maybe she did.
So
Okay,
then I'm the first one to pull it up.
Yeah.
But the problem with this is, And this is what you call a slippery slope and a double-sided sword, because now if you tell him every time he come over here with some food, he got to bring for the other kids. All right, so every time I come over here with some shoes, I got to bring some shoes for these other little kids. Every time I come with some clothes, I got to bring some clothes for the other kids. So it's a slippery, and that's the biggest part of the debate. Like, where are you gonna draw the line at? Because if I do this, then when the fuck is it gonna stop? If I got one kid and I'm only supposed to buy school clothes for one kid, now I can't bring this nigga a pair of shirts and some jeans without these other 3 little niggas looking at me like, damn, boy, is that them Tommy Hilfiger jeans, huh?
I feel like she faulting him.
Food,
don't wear those these weekends.
And food and clothes and outfits is 2 different things.
Like I said, I feel like she faulting him. Like, you got one good baby daddy. Now, you may have the other
We
one.
don't know if he good.
He's great.
Just because he brought McDonald's one
He's
day
great.
on the video,
He's great.
that don't mean shit. I had a nigga buy McDonald's say, you eat the fries, you eat the burger.
So
Yeah, I seen that.
So he fed both babies.
I literally seen it, but they both fake.
But yeah, they both fake.
Come on, guys. This is what we not gonna do.
You ain't gonna give no credit, huh?
You're not gonna get credit for doing what you're supposed to do. Now
That's okay.
No.
You just said what you're supposed to do. So he's supposed to take care of his child, right?
Okay, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, Eric, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. Because why the fuck did you call this nigga to my house? I'm gonna make sure you eat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure you eat.
She wasn't gonna make sure they was gonna eat. You
We
talking
don't
about she
know
ain't
that.
getting no goddamn
But
stamps.
you gotta understand that he
11 or
accept these
7.
kids. Okay, I'm gonna take my own.
Okay.
Okay, so I have, when I met my son's mom, she already had a child. We had a child. Now, due to I was raising this child prior to having my child. So the bond I created with this child, I've kept it to this day. Met her for 16 years. I kept it to this day.
And I salute you for that.
Yeah.
Because you definitely took care of, took a seat that wasn't yours.
Yeah.
And could nobody that didn't know you not know that that's not your
Still
blood.
don't know. So she said when she graduated, I didn't expect it, but my last name got called when she took her diploma. Got on video. But my thing is, he could have been there with the other kids. He may not have had an actual relationship. Because, again, you have some people come over there, sit around, watch your kids play, just to go knock their mama down, then leave. You know, she said, you done for them before when we was together. Okay, that could be meaning that I bought Crystal Burgers or a bunch of McDoubles.
And that's a whole different, and that's apples and oranges too. Because if we together, then I got to take care of the household regardless.
Yes. You
understand what I'm saying? Like if we together, most likely I'm here all the time.
Okay, so I'm just saying the type of person I am. You know,
if I'm just on a pull up because my son called me, hey daddy, I'm hungry. All right, here I come. Here.
Okay, but I mean, a lot of people, I ain't gonna say, because obviously a lot of people feel like he didn't do nothing wrong. But me dealing with kids.
No.
I just feel like, nigga, if you got dollar birds.
How the fuck do I explain this shit? So, it's not that he didn't do anything wrong. It's that he was in the parameters of it. There's things that you call, it's like at work, you got guidelines of what you're supposed to do, right? So, this is the road. Minimum. Yeah, that's the bare minimum. Okay. So what everybody else is expecting, because we're all, especially as black folks, we come from a mindset, and like we were just talking about earlier, most of us grew up, we didn't have a whole lot, so it was always stretch. And then if you came over there, you seen some kids around, hey man, shit, we got to make sure the kids fucking eat. Now, he wasn't obligated because them other kids ain't his. Keep in mind, and once again, disclaimer, we going off of this as if this video was real. So, you don't have to do that, but in the mindset of most, and the real thing, like I said to everybody else, most men that I've ever been around, if they knew them other kids was hungry, they would bring some food, but it didn't look like he knew nothing about them other kids. It was more or less, hey, my son, like he just said, Eric called me and said this is what he would like.
Eric better not call no fucking
So if my son called me, hey, I'm gonna bring him some food. Now, for all I know, these other 3 little crumb snatching motherfuckers gone with their daddies. My son might be the only motherfucker in the house right now.
And it's another thing for Eric, because siblings stick together.
Yeah,
but
siblings, but you know what though? But you know what though?
Gonna share some food.
Siblings is gonna stick together fighting and shit, but shit, siblings get mad and motherfuck at each other too.
You gonna and don't think Eric didn't get fucked up by the mama and the siblings.
But I mean, what if this guy? It's a lot of ways you could think about this.
It's so many different.
What if this man this could have been all the money he had, but he chose to spend it to feed his child? We don't know what this man money looked like, and you just threw this man food out.
It's a large fucking drink.
That's $1 at McDonald's. Nigga, outside drinks are $1.
Wood. That ain't no little small bag. It's kind of got some weight to it.
I promise you, it's a small fried McDouble.
It wasn't no small fried.
It ain't a Happy Meal.
Hey, for what we know, he could have been eating that shit himself in his son car. He was just bringing him his food.
That motherfucker would have ate that shit and been like,
hey, it's like, I think this is one of those scenarios when more than one thing can be right.
Yeah.
The only wrong thing in this motherfucker would have been not bring no kid no food.
The wrong thing, I think she went about it wrong.
She was wrong. It's two left shoes.
I mean, but it sparked debate.
It's a debate, but again, it's two sides.
glad you
like,
said that.
I've taken my son food to school, sat down and had lunch with him. I've never sat down with my daughter and had lunch at school, but I have also showed up at her school. Last year as a senior, I pulled up at her school. What you want, Wendy's? I buy your school. You want McDonald's? You know, I pulled up and bought her some food to school, but I've never sat down and had lunch. That don't mean I love either one of them more or less, but again, it's certain ways you deal with it.
And if you got multiple kids, you're gonna bond with them in different ways. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do different shit with kids. One kid might like this, one kid might not. But I'm glad you said that shit though, because here's the thing. The biggest issue from this whole goddamn video, because like I said, we knew this shit was not real, is the fact that, boy, this motherfucker blew up like a fucking wildfire. Like, motherfuckers was really arguing and it just thought...
Because it's real life stuff.
Yeah, because when you think about it, a lot of people are at odds with a co-parent. I'll say co-parent.
True.
So people can relate to that.
Or it's the fact that people just like to fucking argue with each other. Like, we're easily divided about some shit. Because before this motherfucking video, it was another video motherfuckers was arguing back and forth about. Then R. Kelly got 30 years, niggas start arguing about that. It's always going to be something because motherfuckers can't never agree to agree or disagree.
And I mean, like I said, when you talk about co-parenting and stuff like that, like, when me and
it's touchy.
Yeah, because like when me and my son and mom broke up, I mean, we argued, couldn't really get along. So the only way I felt I could deal with it was not talk to you. Yeah. We ain't talking, we ain't arguing. Oh, yeah. But you could do that. But but you know, again, everybody's not like that. Like, to this day, like, I'm not gonna let my kids disrespect their mom.
Right.
And even though we had our issues, I mean, I still respect you. The kid, my mom's kid. You know, I don't get nothing out of hating you or disrespecting you. So, but then you have some people that like, I can't stand this motherfucker. I ain't finna talk to my kid's daddy. I ain't finna talk to my kid's mom. My kid, bro. You got people like that, but I'm gonna tell you, like, my whole situation too. Like, I'm the youngest of three.
My daughter grown. I ain't got no reason to talk to her.
I'm the youngest of three, and I'm 40. But like, my dad, like, they was married. My mom and dad was married at one point, but I guess divorced before I really knew. But like,
what it was.
Yeah, my dad been married like 30 years to somebody else, but to this day, I've never ever seen my dad disrespect my mom.
That's
ever.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So like, she could call and be like, "I need a picture hung up." He might have come across town, hang that picture up. But I've just never seen him do anything or say anything negative about my mom.
You know, that brings me. I remember, and I always tried to be like that. And then I remember when Robin was young, my big mama, every time she would call, we'd always get into a big argument.
Why you can't talk all the time?
Yeah. So,
text me.
Yeah, like, I really, I would text and I was, what the fuck do you know what I'm saying? It'd always be arguing. And I never forget that day. And it really made me just have to start biting my tongue even harder. Because I remember when Robin was little, and she was like, "Daddy, did you and my mama, did y'all ever love each other?" And I was like, damn. I don't even want her to sit there and think, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck and I'm like, yeah, you know, but Daddy, yeah, we loved each other at one point in time, but people sometimes grow and change, and we just grew apart. And she was like, but how do y'all not like each other like this? And I'm like,
you have no idea.
Easy.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, but
it's very easy.
Right, but you're talking to a kid, so I'm like, how the fuck do I explain this? Goddamn, it's just you'll see when you get older, baby. I don't know what to tell you, but like, there's somebody at your school that you was cool with in first grade that you're not cool with now. So it just happened. So it's like, you know, you with co-parenting, it's hard, but you kind of really have to hold your tongue to your kids about
old enough to know better.
Yeah, like, and I remember my elders
sometimes
always
they
used to
don't
say,
have-
"Hey, you ain't gotta say
gotta
shit. They're gonna get older,
Yeah,
and
that's
they're
true.
going to see it for themselves." And that's just it. That's all. So, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, it ain't cool to leave one kid out of three is gonna eat, and the other three is sitting there hungry. Now, a real motherfucker would have went in there.
I hate when
Okay,
they start
let me
that shit.
cut this motherfucking burger up.
A real man would have got
No,
everything.
no.
You
A
get
real-
3 fries.
No.
You get
When
3
she
fries.
seen it, all right, you gonna keep bringing in the rest of my kids here. We gonna chop this motherfucker up.
That was gonna happen regardless.
But I got a question.
And Eric got me fucked up.
How you gonna tell me though? Everybody in here, we most people that's watching and
I know what you about to
us,
say.
How you gonna tell me you got 5 kids, got stamps, and you have no food?
Kevin Samuel's voice.
Okay, and I get that.
That's why nobody wants you. You fat. You don't. Okay, I'm sorry.
Ma'am, you're a 6 at best.
So, well, get on my nerves because at the end of the day, I don't have a dog in the fight. My kids share the same donor. Now,
Shit.
This girl.
when you have unpopular opinion, motherfuckers start treating you like you a bitch with 6 baby daddies. So this is what I was going through on Facebook. I got one. I'm just posing questions. Like, what if the other daddies bring for the other kid? You know, why you so different? That
When
you
your baby daddy a boxer though, he'll knock him out.
what was it? 8:32.
No. Don't do that.
Yeah, I feel like we look at video one-sided, and that's what people was doing. They forget anything else that could be the situation. He did what was right. You a bum bitch because your kid's hungry, and sometimes it just be like that. 5 kids is a lot. Two is too much, but 5 kids is a lot. And maybe she stole her stamps and shouldn't have. Maybe she showed her stamps and bought some clothes for the kid.
I guess the way I look at it, like
I'm an old nigga. If I feel like this gonna real.
I don't got no stamps either. So.
Girl, you got 5 kids and you ain't got no food in the house. You been giving up the wrong shit for free.
I don't got no stamps.
I guarantee this. I guarantee she get a stamp. I
can't relate to none of this.
Hey, I remember back in the day, I used to hear them old men say, "Shit, ain't no reason no woman's supposed to be broke.
She better sell some. Man, they should
Ain't no reason no woman ain't supposed to
Man,
be
them
able to
kids
feed
should
her
have
kids."
They should have King vitamin cereal in the house.
I fucking think
Smack
did
over
too.
the,
They
what
were
was the
fine
motherfuckers?
there.
It was good.
Tear the roof out your shit up.
Like Captain Crunch.
Like that? Nah, that shit was worse.
It was, but this is the
Man,
same
you go-
shit.
when you-
No, yeah,
Same
Captain
taste.
Crunch did the same. Nah, I'm gonna be 100. If you taste Captain Crunch now, it tastes different than King Vitamin did.
Yeah, but
They like
Just a little
cardboard.
bit, but
she
shit.
should have had packs of 4-5
Ramen
packs of hot
noodles.
dogs. Noodles ain't
You
nothing
get
but
cases
$2
of
a
that shit.
case.
You get a case.
You
Yeah.
should have
Takes for a few
6 of
dollars,
those.
man.
So
You-
I'm not
yeah.
faulting the man.
Pork
Tuna
and
fish,
beans.
the cans of tuna fish,
I don't
Everything.
fucking
Vienna sauce.
hot dogs. You listen, when you got 5 kids, you should have big jumbo packs of hot dogs
Man,
and hamburger meat.
That snack should be that snack store. should
Shit,
be
do y'all?
crazy.
But you know what it is? I'm gonna be 100 too. These little young motherfuckers, they don't shop like our parents shop back in the day neither. They go to the store, they buying crab legs and
See?
shrimps and shit and
What's that?
high-ass
Alisa
pasta.
D. You want some of the crab? You want to eat for a day or a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I say, my mom leave the house. 3 of us be at the house. We got cheese puffs. They make bologna sandwiches and turkey sandwiches. Like y'all try to live fancy, man.
Cans of salmon wasn't even hot back in the day. Shit, you go get 3-4 cans of salmon, you
Make
got a
some
bunch of salmon croquettes.
Yeah, so
Shit, you can use the goddamn egg and some crackers, some saltine crackers, and you fried up some salmon
Yes.
croquettes. Fire, nigga. Fire.
I know. We've been in the trenches. I know how to stretch some shit.
Man, listen, all I needed was a loaf of bread, some sugar, and some butter.
I'm
Some
still in there.
cinnamon.
Like right now, as long as I got ground beef, I can make it happen.
Okay.
Shit.
I can make
You can
45,000
make a
different meals.
burger,
A
some
hamburger helper,
spaghetti.
some meatloaf.
Man.
Man, I can make it work.
Bruh. But anyway, the fact that this whole video went so viral though, and that shit wasn't even real.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying?
It's no good, no right answer.
It's really not. I mean, it's all in your person. Shit, that's just it. That's all. Everybody's gonna react to it different. Hell, my first opinion when I first seen it, I was like, shit. Me thinking to myself personally, and motherfuckers might feel like this wrong. Man, the way that bitch started yelling at that nigga, bitch, fuck you and them kids. My son don't eat.
But if I was yelling at you on the phone, I
up.
damn sure gonna yell at you when you get here.
Shit, you ain't gonna keep yelling at me and telling me I gotta do something around this motherfucker.
Like I said, the reason it went the way it did, viral wise, because again, people are living this, and females, like I said, they want to go to Facebook. Like I said, to me, like we was talking about in the last topic, like this is why a lot of shootings happen. Social media. Everybody wants some validation from social media. Yeah. Think about it. All these shootings wouldn't happen before social media. You could say you whooped me. I could say I whooped you. Don't nobody really know. But now
it was a lot more fights.
Yeah, everybody pull their phone. Everybody pull their phones out now. So now you got embarrassed. Now you want to come kill me.
Yep.
So it's the same thing with this. Like in real life, a lot of men, they may pull up to do for their kids, bring clothes. Oh, you buying this cheap stuff or da-da-da. You got to realize, I remember when my son was 2 and 3, yeah, I go buy him Jordans, Nikes, whatever. But at the same time, I still remember, I don't remember who bought them for him, but he had, I want to say they were Reeboks, but they had Spider-Man on it.
And that's all they care about.
They don't
like
care about
that $100 shit.
Yeah, but it be the parents
so,
that be doing it. So like with her doing all that screaming and hooting and hollering, this is things that happens in real life. So therefore, you hollering, like he just said, you hollering at me when I come to do for my child. You think I'm gonna do something extra for another child that ain't mine? But if you thought that you had common sense to say like, hey, baby dad, I'm struggling, I'm doing this, or you talk like you got sense.
The average motherfucker's gonna be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make sure my kids got it.
Let me get my kids.
It ain't got nothing to do like me and my baby mama used to funk and argue like a motherfucker, but it was always about making sure my daughter had. I ain't give a fuck. Like you can be struggling mentally, whatever the fuck you going through, but she gonna be cool. I got her. I can't do too much to make your life no better, but I'm gonna make sure she cool. Now, if it's something that's gonna benefit, it might benefit you because I'm doing something for her, then so be it. But I'm gonna make sure mine was good.
I mean, another thing people bring up was like, well, women don't do the same.
The same what?
Take care of who somebody.
When you drop your kids off, you make sure they. I mean, it's also because well, to be 100, let's just call bullshit a spade a spade. There's a lot of women that don't. Now, granted,
and it's a lot of.
There's a lot that do, but there are a lot that don't. Just like my biggest issue, especially in our community, is women are so quick to call men out on shit, but they will not take no accountability for the fuck shit they do. That is true. A lot of women don't do that shit. Real shit. They don't take accountability in this shit. Well, blah blah blah. The first thing I seen a bunch of females on this motherfucker say, any nigga I fucked with was gonna bring me some kids, motherfucker.
Okay, and they
all
single.
Right, you right. You sure right.
I'm not like that.
We not saying.
I'm just saying, because I was saying what I would do when I posted my stuff.
We know that, but I'm not saying you.
I just think personally, me, I would have made sure everybody had something.
You got to keep stuff down. Like I could be the kind of person that I could have argued with my baby mama and be like, hey, you didn't do this, or why you didn't do this? Why? Oh, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just say, I'll get it done.
Yeah.
If I want it done right, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no, just what he said. Sometimes she'll say, all right. You just be like, all right, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't always want to argue. I know for a fact I don't always want to fucking argue with nobody about some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I do, but sometimes I be like, man, I don't even feel like this shit. All right, yeah, whatever.
But you do what you do to keep the peace. Because I remember one time, like the way I felt in my heart, like I didn't like what my kid's mom was doing. So. And I told her, I was like, send my kids to me. I said, if they fail in life, you can blame me.
I've said that too.
Because I'd rather you blame me than me get heated with you to say you wasn't doing this, you wasn't doing this, you wasn't doing this. Send them to me. If they fail in life, put it on me. So, I don't know. It's different for everybody.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Roe versus Wade, speaking of the babies.
Yeah. Now the Supreme Court said you gonna have to keep feeding all them little motherfuckers. That shit's so disgusting to me, man. This ain't nothing but the motherfucking white privilegey shit in the history of white privilege shit. What the fuck difference does it make if a female wants to go and get a goddamn abortion? It's hers. That's like telling a motherfucker, hey, listen, if I wake up tomorrow and say I'm gonna stick my dick in a light socket, it's mine. Fucking you tell me what to do
You
with
can't
it.
get that pregnant, but
It's still mine.
It's still yours.
It's
All I'm
mine.
gonna say is, I think it's fucked up as a woman to have your rights, about your body being, taken away. Also, you niggas need to really be careful now. You can't send her to the clinic no more. None of that shit.
Let me help y'all out, fellas. When you enjoying yourself and you feel this
Hangers.
rush, you feel this rush and you start to tingle a little bit and you feel like a damn bucket of water is running, something running to.
It's a build up.
Hey, stand up over and shoot up the club.
No, that's the problem.
the
Don't
club,
shoot the club
Don't
up.
shoot the club. Well, throw it all over, but
Take the champagne.
Gotta shoot in the face.
in the face, in the face.
No.
What was in the face?
In the face. Yeah.
It's just
In the
it's
face.
crazy. We got these old white men determining what a woman should do. It's crazy.
After 50,
I considered
after 50 years.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't have no abortions. I never had no abortions. But that second one was out of here when I found out. Like I was researching. I told my grandparents and my mom, I'm like, I'm pregnant, but I ain't having it. Me and my baby daddy even had an agreement. Yeah, this one we gotta,
So
I
the
mean,
thing about that shit is because they basically saying it's a lot of states, especially like Missouri is one. You cannot incest is not an abortion because of incest is not allowed.
Right.
An abortion because of rape is not allowed. An abortion because of ectopic pregnancy is not allowed. Now, my daughter's mom, she would have been pregnant. She was pregnant by me 3 times. We had my oldest daughter, and the last 2 were ectopic. So that's a situation where it's a life-threatening situation where
It's you or
it's either her or the fucking baby, and 9 times out of 10, it's gonna kill both of them.
baby ain't coming out.
Yeah, it's not gonna come out. So they're telling you, "Hey, fuck your life. you just fucked because this shit didn't work out right. But you're not gonna be able to abort it. You're gonna have to die a painful death, and so sorry. This is the law. These are the rules.
Hey,
This is a bunch of rich, out of touch, old crusty, mayonnaise sandwich eating clear motherfuckers who all got poor ass mistresses telling you what to do with the body. They ain't giving a fuck about it because they got private
they
fucking
gonna always
physicians.
have access.
Yeah. The Susie the intern get pregnant. Hey Jim, yeah, when you get through at the country club, come on over here and pull this one out.
I don't fault nobody for doing what they think is best for them. I didn't end up having it, but I did consider. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it was not for me, maybe for somebody else.
Do what you supposed, because it's supposed to be you being able to. Hey, listen, the rules is as long as you don't break no fucking law, but don't start changing laws. It's gonna control me, my physical body. It's just fucked up, man. I think that shit is crazy. You motherfuckers has got more rules on a motherfucker having an abortion. You can't go have an abortion, but you can go shoot up a fucking school. Like, motherfuckers is crazy.
Well, alternative people were saying was, why don't you make men, boys get vasectomies because
it's
can
reversible.
reverse.
Yeah. They ain't gonna do that.
Oh.
Hell, you can't make a person get a vasectomy though. That's for people that you married to. You gonna have a one night stand and be like, hey, you
But
got a
you can make
vasectomy.
somebody have a baby that don't
I can't make you do nothing.
Well, no, that's what the government's doing.
That's what they saying though. Like, if you can say a motherfucker can't have an abortion, then go get a vasectomy until you do decide you want to have a kid.
That way,
Then you
not
alleviating
having
a lot
all
of that
these
shit.
kids
If
that
you,
you don't want.
that way you won't have an abortion, but here's how we keep all these unwanted kids. But see, in my mind, the way I think about shit, because I think conspiracy shit. Why not let motherfuckers? Now you can't abort. Now you got to have all these kids. Now you're gonna struggle. Now you're gonna have to fucking be on assistance. Now the government controls you even more. Now we get more money out of your ass.
I don't even
You're
care
not
what
gonna
they
build
get out
up.
of that though. For them to come in and
Because the
step
more
in.
people on that shit, the more they get. You got to think all these motherfucking senators and all these motherfuckers are on these committees and shit. So they want that fucking money. The more shit they have to say, hey, we got more people on this, the more money they can steal too. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
they're gonna keep you from having kids. That ain't.
no, not they want you to have the fucking kids.
You can't make a person.
They want to get rid of them, man. That's just how it is. They need a fresh batch of people, for one. For two, the B100, most of these the whole Roe versus Wade shit, for real, was to keep white women from fucking having abortions. Because the white man is dying out faster. It's almost over for them. They're the fastest like dying race ever.
What is it? The prison pipeline?
Keep the prison industrial complex pumping. You get all these motherfucking underprivileged ass kids, they gonna fuck off, they gonna go to jail. We got more money. It's a circle. But they dying out, so they gotta make sure, hey, y'all can't keep going and getting rid of these white babies. The fucking lady just said that shit the other day in that fucking speech with Donald Trump. Thank y'all, thank the Supreme Court for helping us protect white life. Y'all didn't hear that shit?
What's white life?
You said Donald Trump, I wouldn't watch it. Yeah.
Man, it was some female fucking senator or whatever, and she was talking about that shit, and she said in her speech, she said, thank y'all for helping us protect white life.
Next topic? No.
That's literally what she said, and I was like, well, goddamn.
What's white life?
White people's lives.
What's that is?
Clear.
Okay.
Void of melanin.
Hey, I know all about it. And, you know, that's how we lived in Mississippi. We had to protect their lives, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop a gem on y'all, what a lot of people don't even know. Hey, so we just celebrated Juneteenth. Do y'all know when slavery was abolished?
1864.
Wrong. That's why I got a gem.
It's like 62 or 63, wasn't it?
Not at all.
It ain't never been abolished technically.
No, not really.
Mississippi just abolished slavery in 2013.
I believe.
Paperwork was never submitted to abolish slavery.
I've never.
No bullshit.
I've never wanted to visit.
You can Google it.
I believe it.
We just abolished it, and it's still slavery down there. We're not to that extent.
Here you go.
All right, cut her off.
For white life.
With her stinking ass. Wow.
Next time.
So
we do not care.
Yeah, fuck her. But
we should TP her yard.
Representative Mary Miller, ladies and gentlemen, Mary Miller.
With her stinking ass.
Mary.
She look like she just eat mayonnaise straight.
Look at
walk around with a spoon in it.
Just a jar.
And I ain't gonna lie, look at your homeboy back. I can't stand him, but I don't know what the fuck JoJo doing.
That's y'all boy. I told y'all the nigga was terrible from the
Look at Donald Trump, and he back there looking like my nigga. My nigga.
Like, yeah, y'all miss me now.
Yeah, I don't know what Joe done done.
He
done got us, man. He got us.
He ain't did shit.
He know what I'm saying. He done got us.
What he
did.
We were so anxious to get Trump out. He got us.
And that's why he snuck in here. These niggas want somebody in here bad, so bad.
Let me tell you something. I'm 40, and I think, you know, the president always break into some shows and be like, special
you don't
report.
even see this nigga.
We ain't seen this nigga at all.
Well, damn sure.
And you ain't seen Kamala ass nowhere.
Well, every time we seen Barack, we seen Joe. We don't see Kamala nowhere. And Joe always squinting when he on the fucking news.
That's why I call him Squinting Lucas.
Fucking, I'm like, he can't even see.
And then he's stuttering.
Then he's falling down the airplane fucking stairs.
No, he fell out that goddamn bike. That shit was hilarious.
I'm sick of him.
Yeah, we're gonna make it better.
But you know how all this really happened though, even with Trump getting in there? People weren't ready for a woman president.
Mm-hmm.
Hillary, I 100% voted for Hillary. I ain't saying she was the best candidate at all.
Against Trump, yeah, I did vote for Hillary.
I did. I mean, because we wanted him out.
No, this before he got in.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
I didn't want him in.
But you know what? I think they should change it. Because 100, and I ain't saying this again because Obama black, but I would have voted for Obama again. If Obama could have got another 4 years, I'd have put him back in there.
Yeah.
That's even the problem, though. I think it's the term limits.
It is 8 years.
Well, no. I'm talking about even for like the senators and councilmen. I think it's not even just term limits. Some of these motherfuckers have lifetime seats.
Especially the Supreme Court.
Yeah, some of these niggas, it needs to be some kind of like. Get these old motherfuckers out of here, man. These old 75, 80-year-old white men that ain't in touch with nothing.
When they approve Kavanaugh, that was an indication they don't give a fuck about women. Like, Are we really
You
surprised?
know what? You know who I think would be a good president, and everybody may not
This nigga say The
understand.
Rock.
No, and I got reason behind it.
Yo Gotti cannot be president, bro.
All white everything, but
That's the problem now.
I'm gonna tell you, Quentin Lucas, and I'm gonna tell you why I think this.
He thinks progressively.
He does.
He does.
He
Quentin
thinks
is good for
And
Kansas
he doesn't.
City.
He doesn't. I seen him snap back on his regular page.
Yeah, I do too. I watch it all the time. I live for it.
I live for it. So you know, I remember.
And he says it real classy and eloquently too. But it be on some, hey, well,
But
if
he's
you
back-
feel like that.
But he's when people say they be in the trenches.
But he's out here in the
He's
hood.
out here for real.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, like when George Floyd died, we was all down on the plaza. We like, okay, we gonna march. So I'm down here, me, this guy, and the lady. She said she was a pastor's wife. Everybody down here white. I mean, no matter which side of the plaza you looked at, everybody was white besides us three blacks. So I'm like, do everybody not get the memo to come down here? So they was like, okay, we finna start marching. So we go right there like 47th and Main, I think. 47th and Main. We go to the middle of the street. And when I tell you, it looked like, remember on Lean On Me when he was in jail and all the
Clark,
students?
yeah.
We look up the street, Mayor Lucas walking with him. I would estimate 200, 300, 400 black people all walking behind him,
I like
coming to
him.
meet us. But I like that he's for everybody,
Yeah.
man. And he out
on
here.
the, you know, and he do what he need to do.
So I mean, I know that ain't gonna happen,
Oh,
but
my bad.
you could.
Nah, I fuck with Joe. I mean,
I
I
told you I
fuck
took
with
it.
Quentin Lucas.
Y'all, I think it kicked in.
Yeah,
The
so
little gummy. God damn gummy.
Baby, we went to see.
but I think we need another black president, at least somebody that gonna do something right. Like I don't care if they white, just do
We
something.
don't need these old niggas.
No, that's my whole dilemma.
And that's the other
man.
thing. I ain't
these
seen
motherfuckers-
Jill either. We was seeing Michelle everywhere.
You seen Jill when they was trying to get everybody to take the shot. Jill Biden, First Lady Jill Biden.
I ain't seen Jill nowhere.
And she popped her ass right up out the goddamn way.
We seen Melania a lot
I didn't want
more
her.
than we should have.
And she looked like she was high every time.
And yes, I'm
She
here
would get
with
tired
my,
of her damn
with
husband.
my husband.
Yeah, I feel sorry.
It's Donald Trump.
Trump.
He is here to make America. We are going to make it great again.
What's what?
I don't know.
This girl fine and stuff. What we drinking with straws for? We like 12 and shit.
She don't want to
I
have.
got
Well, I
lip
guess
gloss
I was about to say she don't want, but I got a quick trip cup, so. You know, I always drink out of 32 ounce.
Right.
I,
your thirst head ass in.
I always drink out of 32 ounce cups, man. I ain't got to keep refilling this thing.
Antonio head is. Alright, so.
Okay,
where
so we
at?
done with that. The aura.
The Aura.
The aura.
The Aura is in custody.
Robert don't.
Not to be confused with this one.
Rob-
Hey, I'm the king of R&B.
It's them Roberts, man. It's them Roberts.
The fuck? The fuck?
Man, let me get this on record, too, while we here. Because I done seen it on my Facebook all week.
No, here we go.
Chris Brown cannot touch Robert Kelly.
What?
I thought you were talking about the
I
Usher
thought you
shit.
talking about
That
us.
one
You
neither, but we talking about
you
Robert.
talking about the aura.
Hey, Boosie, who could mess with Robert? Nobody. Man, you can't touch R. Kelly, man.
Well,
But I'm gonna
R.
take.
Kelly can't hurt nobody for 30 years.
He can touch somebody.
Yeah, that man.
But I'm gonna tell you.
He gonna touch a lot of
what's
somebody.
the brother? Bruce.
Bruce been doing it. He
Bruce.
gonna tell him how to ease in there. No, Robert, you gotta relax the gooch. You gotta just relax
But
it.
I'm gonna tell you.
Don't breathe.
You know, because he got brought up to me this week. They was like,
Don't
why you
breathe.
so supportive of him? Why you keep hyping R. Kelly up? But I'm telling you, like, for me, I was in the hospital. I was in the emergency room one night, and a lady that came in that had just been raped. When I tell you, she was in this, they put her in a wheelchair, and like she's shaking real bad, and she didn't want to be touched by nobody.
Don't
So-
say this. Don't finish.
But you can't tell me.
Don't finish that sentence.
But I'm saying, what woman you know? Because let me tell you, when they went on Lifetime, them women got paid for that. That was a reality show.
Yeah.
Name one woman you know to go through a traumatic experience like that got raped and you get paid off of it. Nobody gets paid want to get paid off of being raped.
Shit,
The
I would-
Cosby.
Well,
dirt.
they was that's a lie too. You go in this room with this man. This man been married to Camille all these years. You go in this hotel room. What the hell you going in there to do? You thought you going in there to what? Roll tissue paper? What
I
you
mean,
doing?
that ain't no different than how I always felt about goddamn
Don't say.
Mike Tyson's conviction. If you remember that shit, Mike Tyson's conviction, the Desiree Washington, whatever.
I thought he got me over to his hotel room in Indianapolis at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I just thought that we were going to talk.
About what?
So wait a
The
minute.
fuck y'all have in common?
So what y'all saying is,
If you get called at 3 a.m., I don't want to talk about nothing.
so this would do y'all?
What I'm saying is-
no.
What I'm saying is why you didn't have a clear. Don't say you thought. What was your clear understanding?
Do you advise your daughters not to go places with me
Yes.
at that time of day?
Yes.
She can't.
Yes.
What you mean she can't?
At 3 a.m.?
Yes.
My daughter's 18.
My daughter 19, 3 a.m. She better be
She
asleep.
better be in the house.
That's unrealistic.
Very much.
Yeah.
Call it what you want, but at 3 a.m.
But yes, I do.
what y'all doing at
What
3 a.m.?
What the question was, you said, do we advise our daughters to go somewhere, to not go somewhere with me and at 3 a.m.? You're fucking right.
But
Don't be going nowhere at 3 a.m.
if she
with-
chooses to and she
She can't
changes her
choose
mind,
to. She can't choose to.
then she's in the wrong
She can't.
for anything that happens
No.
to her.
She understands the principles of it.
It-
Don't go over there thinking that you just going over there with some nigga house at 3
Okay,
a.m. to talk.
because our kids listen to what we say.
At 3 a.m., I control your decisions.
At 3 a.m., my daughter 19, she in college, everything. I can't be there 24/7. She lives in a whole nother city. What I'm trying to tell you is you have to have enough common fucking sense to understand don't no nigga want to talk to you at 3 a.m. I will tell anybody that, hey, we had that whole conversation about women and male friends.
This is a perfect example.
When I met Rob, I talked to him till 5 o'clock in the morning. Y'all.
But I'm
What was we doing?
Ain't nothing talking.
But I'm gonna tell you, it's just like when you leave
No,
the
don't do that, cause no, you just said. What'd you just say?
What? Male friend?
No.
Don't a man want
Ain't
to talk
no-
to you?
Yeah. Did you talk to me?
But you wasn't over
We
his house.
just
You
talked.
was
What
at
was
his
we talking
house?
about? What was we talking? What was the principle of us talking?
We were talking about a lot of different.
Was you at his
what?
house or was you on the phone?
No, we were
Was you at-
out in public. I wasn't at his
Oh,
house.
well, we talking about this. That's different. Then you saying going to a
Well,
secluded
you
place
said
at
3
3
o'clock
a.m.
in the morning. No, I didn't.
That's what we talking about.
Well,
We wasn't talking to just be homies. Wasn't my
I
point.
didn't see no.
Ain't that
I
what they
wasn't
said
trying
about
to be
Jesus?
no.
He's
I
a
wasn't
homie.
there trying to be no wife either. I wasn't.
You fell into this on
Our
accident.
first conversation, you talk. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
She ain't signed up for this, man.
I mean, it turned out good, but that wasn't the intention.
You were trying to use it.
No, I don't. I'm not a user. I don't. I was just like, oh, he's cool. He's funny.
I'm sick of this shit. I'm just gonna. You full of shit.
I'm not. What this got to do with
Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing.
This is for you.
You.
Man,
My number
free R. Kelly,
You.
man.
Fuck no. Keep that nigga locked up forever.
They lied on that, man.
They ain't lied on shit.
They did.
When they said he was waiting outside the high school,
Nigga, I watched he pee on that girl. Fuck is you talking about?
Okay, I did. That wasn't him.
It was his brother.
You ready?
It was his brother.
That wasn't
ready?
him.
He said
You want to
it was
line up
his
the
brother.
timeline?
That was you.
You want to line up? I hit the P9. You want you want to line up the timelines?
Bro.
So let me tell you something. When
I hope y'all lock this nigga up, put him under the fucking jail,
he is locked up.
tear the motherfucking
Time
building
served.
down, reconcrete that motherfucker, put another jail on top
Okay,
of that nigga.
so let's take it back. Have you seen the video?
I don't care.
I'm finna tell
Leave
you.
that nigga
I'm
in there.
finna tell you
Fuck
now.
that
That's why I should have been on his defense. Okay, so remember when on that video, the dude that was in the video had hair all over his hair, right?
Like he did.
He didn't. So let me
Yes, he
hold.
did.
I'm finna tell you. So line up the timelines.
They also
His-
said that video was older than when we seen it.
Exactly. So
He was running around with hair.
He was bald headed.
He was growing his fucking
He
hair
was bald
too.
headed. You know when he started growing hair out? TP2.com.
I ain't
stop.
gonna lie.
Call-
TV2.com.
But am I lying? Is that when you seen him? Remember when I Wish came out? He was on the stairs getting his hair braided. Every album before that, he was bald headed.
He was getting his hair. He was
He
getting
had
his
to
hair
grow. He
braided
had
in
to
a
grow.
Sweet Sadie,
He had to
nigga.
grow his hair out to get the
He
braid.
was getting his hair braided in 12 play. Fuck is you talking about? The video about his mama.
He was.
And I Wish.
Who said it? I Wish was TP2.com.
And Sadie, Sweet Sadie, he got his hair braided in that motherfucker too.
Sadie gone.
Kales, my free Kales, man.
Fuck Kills. Fuck
What?
Kills.
No,
Fuck Robert
you're not
Bruce and the other one too. Fuck his sister that was raping him. Fuck goddamn all of them.
All right, so
He sounds angry.
Fuck Sparkle.
Yeah.
Fuck Sparkle brother.
so speaking of
Fuck all them freaky niggas.
Aura got 30 years.
Fuck Andrea Kelly.
Jelaine had a whole goddamn
Ghislaine should have got 1,000 years.
Correct. She's actually going to pick chicks up, putting them on private planes.
Years.
She got 20.
She was finding the bitches to make sure they was primed up for fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, yes, you'll do fine, yes. Oh, these breasts are succulent and perky. This bitch got 20 years, but that's because she didn't tell on these other motherfuckers. All right,
but
we
she
get
also, white tears work.
Oh, man. Them salty white tears get them off every
White
time,
tears.
don't they?
A white woman?
But, see, here's the difference. They gave R. Kelly racketeering, child trafficking,
What
all
the
kind
fuck
of
was
shit.
Jelaine doing? All of that.
All of that, but they didn't charge her with all of that. So that's the difference between what happened with them.
But it's still hard for me to understand that.
He black and she white.
So let me tell you something. R. Kelly could go into an arena that holds 50,000 people. 20,000 of them willing to give, whether they married or not, willing to give it to him right now. Then some people say, well, he
So
could
what
train
the
a
fuck
young
was he
mind.
getting the young
He could
ones
train
for?
a young mind. Guess what? These older women going to do whatever you need them, want them to do too. So that's another reason I don't believe it.
You don't believe what?
Kells didn't do that, man.
But
Why
do
stop?
you believe that he married Aaliyah at 15 years old?
She lied about her age.
What
Okay,
you not gonna do?
I'm bringing
What
it.
you not gonna do?
Let me
is say Aaliyah lying.
What was the name of her
R.I.P.
first? Whoa! What was the name of her first album?
He was
What was the name of her first
He
album?
named it.
What was the name of her first
He
album?
named it,
What was
bro.
the name of her first album?
Hey,
Well,
ain't
well,
nothing.
okay.
And look what did he do? He sat right there on BET with her ass with a fucking
matching
Mickey
Mickey
Mouse shirt
Mouse.
on.
Did you hear how passionate
He
she's singing that
was a
song?
grown ass nigga. Yeah.
She's a kid.
He
That's
wrote
what
it.
Did you hear how passionate she
Her
sang?
uncle sold her, put her right there with that freaky
She's a
nigga.
kid.
Kells was like, "You too young for me to do this,"
No, he didn't.
and she was like, "Age ain't nothing but a number."
So you telling me a child could tell you what they want to do, and you gonna be like, "You right"?
Yeah, she bought that pressure.
No,
This nigga crazy as shit.
I'm sorry, Aaliyah.
Cause Aaliyah, I wanted it too, and I was younger than you.
That's
But
different.
that's not.
She said, "Get it? What you gonna do?" And I said, "I'm gonna go back, forth and forth."
No, I don't want to hear this.
You don't like that song?
I don't want to hear what you talking about. You said Aaliyah lied.
She's lied all in that four-page letter. She said,
Yeah, I ain't writing no.
Turn-
I don't know.
can you turn it
My
up a little
handwriting
bit?
kind of big. It might end up fold.
"I'm sending get it a 4-page." Hey,
No, we not gonna say Aaliyah did nothing.
The Leah didn't do
She didn't
shit.
do nothing wrong.
she fuck with Dame Dash.
Okay, that was her boo.
I think he posted champagne on her.
It was like.
Oh, so y'all acting like she Christian now? Okay.
She was an adult then,
It's
nigga.
certain
The fucking
people.
difference
It's
does it
certain
make?
people that's off limits. Aaliyah, Maya Angelou, maybe Sissy.
Maya
Maya
Angelou
Angelou actually used to sell the pussy.
But she used to sell. She
But
was a
she
whole
was
prostitute.
molested too. Okay.
So that's why she sold it.
Cicely Tyson,
Ain't nobody saying nothing about Cicely.
Betty White. I said this is certain people you can't say nothing about.
Cause it's just like you talking about Rosa Parks was a leader in the thing, but she didn't do nothing but was tied.
Okay.
There's a lot of people before Rosa Parks who didn't give up their seats.
Well, okay. Now you sound like fucking barbershop. Don't.
That was. That's the. You think she's the first person like I ain't getting out my seat? Like,
When
what the
them
jail-
niggas was putting fire hoses on you.
That's water. We used to drink out of fire.
Water.
Boy,
A
that
full
motherfucker
blast.
rip your lips
ripping
off.
your
What you
skin
talking
off.
about?
No.
You ain't had no real
Cause I
pressure.
would have I probably would have got up if they said we got this fire hose.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you and give you a disclaimer that Getty Lewinsky here, Jason Creek, he is also from Mississippi.
6'6"
He
to be
said-
exact,
He said
Tupelo.
Aaliyah died.
I'm from
And
the
they-
home. I'm
they
from the home.
literally,
I'm
they just
tap into something before we leave. You right, Tupelo, Mississippi, home of Elvis. I bet that movie left out a whole lot of stuff. See
and
now,
they just abolished slavery.
so we're talking about R. Kelly. So let me tell you something. Why is Elvis like this
Clear.
guy?
Because he's
He's
mayonnaise
not-
colored.
to
Alabaster.
I'm finna tell you, it's publicly noted.
That
That
Priscilla
he-
was only like 13 when he moved
know
He
that.
in.
but he had a relationship with
And
a lot of young women.
Jerry Lewis.
They
Listen,
praised this
Jerry Lee
man.
Lewis and Elvis both got movies. Both these motherfuckers had underage wives.
And praised this man.
Yeah.
No,
Steven
no,
Tyler
we
from
don't.
Aerosmith also.
We don't. but
I don't. You right?
white people.
That's what we saying, but I get it, and I was the first to say it's always a disparity between the races.
Okay, so yeah.
But at the end of the day, we not gonna sit here and act like R. Kelly wasn't just a gross ass nigga either.
You know they're trying to get Bill back on that little.
They already they lost that case.
I'm talking about the Playgirl.
He lost
that. They want money now.
What the fuck was she doing there?
They found him guilty. What the fuck was a 16-year-old doing at the Playboy? Okay. So nobody gonna say that part.
Y'all gonna have to dig Hugh up because I need some answers.
Yeah, so y'all not.
That's what I just said about Elvis. I was like, if you gonna put R. Kelly in jail, you need to dig him up and let him in solitary confinement.
I'm gonna tell you the thing is, you got to look at it like this. See, you talking about these rich ass white men? They'll they did like Playboy was a magazine and it was about the art and the
why was the
flimity flam flarn. Art Bill Cosby voice. So
I heard.
How the fuck would he have met this little 16-year-old if she wasn't at your house?
Come on, Hugh. They said Hugh was doing all type of shit to them girls.
Listen, Hugh was 97 years old and had 3 fucking 18-year-old girlfriends. 18. Think about that.
2 Viagras at one time.
That boy dick was shriveled up like a goddamn avocado seed, and he was sitting there running around prune. And he had 3 18-year-old. 18. What the fuck would you want an 18-year-old fucking girlfriend at 97? I mean, I don't know if he was really 97. He was old as shit, though. The nigga was
making about 100.
Yeah.
At 18, they can't even watch that.
Listen, at 44, I couldn't do nothing with no. At 34, I didn't want no 18-year-old girl. At 24, I didn't want no 18-year-old girlfriend.
Listen, you a cougar. You want your cougar, son.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, I like them young. No.
Hey.
Hey,
girls be saying, hey,
like we in a Nissan Altima. Hey,
oh,
F-R-E. Oh, never mind.
Okay, Deshaun Watson.
They won't fuck nigga friend to your kids.
We just gonna say fuck the aura.
Yeah, and he fucked.
Well, no,
free R. Kelly, man.
Hold on. Before we get off the aura, though, I gotta express my dissatisfaction with you niggas. I'm so sick of seeing you motherfuckers get on here on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, or whatever the fuck else.
Still playing
MySpace, goddamn Moco, whatever the fuck. Don't get on this motherfucker and talk about, well, free R. Kelly, because some of y'all was getting picked up by 30. Hey, them niggas wasn't shit neither.
I was
the fuck can y'all keep comparing that shit? Stop blaming them fucking girls, bro. Them girls was fucking kids. This is a grown ass fucking man. You not gonna keep telling me we gonna blame these fucking kids because they wanted to fucking get in the car with a rich motherfucker. This stupid motherfucker.
He worked at the factory. He wasn't rich.
No, I'm talking about R. Kelly ass. These motherfuckers keep blaming him. Them girls knew what they was doing.
So you gonna be mad if I get on my Black Planet page and change my background music till she got that vibe?
I don't even fucking follow you on Black Planet.
You know what my background music was Teddy Pendergrass, latest greatest inspiration.
She was definitely getting picked up by old niggas.
No, I wasn't. I was not. No, I was more afraid of
Donna, you see this?
I was more afraid of Donna Dewberry.
The fuck she was playing Teddy Pendergrass.
I wasn't doing much.
We're going to have to talk about this later.
No,
let it go.
I had my son, and I was like, oh, this, you know.
So that's how you got number 2, huh?
We're going to definitely have to talk about this later.
We're not going to talk about that.
Did you, who you had on your top friend list? What was that MySpace?
Some people, all people I don't fuck with no more. No, it wasn't the TKO. It was latest, greatest inspiration.
It don't matter. You got a vibe to this.
Yeah.
Hey. You know, this that kind of music that just make you want to leave your Tahoe door unlocked.
No.
What?
My shit locked right now. And if you touch that handle, you might catch a hot receipt. But my thing, I'm still just tired of. I'm just tired of seeing you motherfuckers blaming these kids, bro, because y'all want to listen to this nigga music.
Because
you
y'all
want to listen to this nigga music, listen to his
kids.
music. But quit trying to make it seem like these little girls knew what they was doing. You know who knew what they was doing? The fucking 55-year-old nigga that just got convicted. The nigga's 55. If I'm 44, that means that nigga was 11 years older than me when he came out.
So let me ask you something, Rob.
Regardless of that nigga married Aaliyah. She was a year younger than me.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back 5 years. Your daughter would have been about, what, 14?
Yeah.
Could your daughter, she's in another state, but could your daughter at 14 get on a plane and we're gonna say go to Chicago?
Absolutely not.
Be gone for the week. Be gone for the weekend, and you don't know where she's at. No. Okay, so why are these parents not being held accountable?
What does that matter? What does that matter? He still brought her there, bro. Like y'all keep talking about people.
Everybody needs to be accountable.
They do need to be accountable, and I'm not going to dispute that
But
they should be held accountable too. But we're not going to say, "Oh well, let him go," or excuse him because they not accountable.
But
they are still accountable. They should be.
If we're going to just say it all happened, everybody allowed this to happen.
Listen, even if they did, everybody did. He still did his shit. So we can't say, oh, well, everybody didn't get in trouble, so he shouldn't be in trouble. No, all of them should be in trouble, but he's in trouble. We don't excuse what he did because they ain't got caught up with it. Nigga, the government been doing shit forever. We ain't excusing them, but they ain't been charged with shit either, have they? But we still talk about what they do. We can't let that shit go because, oh, well, the parents let the kids do this and this so and so. Nigga, the motherfuckers that work for him, the drivers, the goddamn managers, the motherfucking engineer, all them motherfuckers that was under R. Kelly, the niggas that he had doing security, the motherfuckers that was in his head, all them motherfuckers should be charged. Every fucking body. But they weren't. But they got the nigga they got. He was the biggest name. He was the biggest supplier of the money to have this happen. So you gotta start. He was Escobar. Do you want Escobar or do you want the fucking nigga that sells ounces under Escobar? You want Escobar, right? He's the big man. Kills. Man, fuck Kills. No. I hope that nigga die tomorrow.
Okay, let me.
I
be an unreasonable nigga want a nigga to die.
I'm not gonna be unreasonable. I hope the nigga die tomorrow. You a child predator, my nigga. So, I don't give a fuck about your music. I will never.
Well, I might agree with you. So if he died tomorrow, will they go ahead and release that new shit? He ain't release shit.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
So you ain't gonna listen to him no more?
You know damn well they took Cosby shit off.
No, it ain't. It's back on.
It's back on. But
they gonna take it back off.
Gone.
Well, he getting royalty checks right now as long as it's
they gonna take it back off. They just convicted him again on some bullshit.
No, they ain't convicted.
He didn't get convicted, but he lost that civil case.
That's money.
But you know they gonna take that shit off because they'll use that shit. Listen, motherfuckers be getting. Okay, check this out. Boom, Deshaun Watson. See that segue? Deshaun Watson right now. They talking about suspending this man right now for the next year. He didn't get indicted. He went to the grand jury. He didn't get indicted.
It's the conduct, though.
It is.
But that was love that the Browns did with that $1 million for this year, in case of this. But you know they holding everybody.
$236 million guaranteed fully.
But they holding everybody accountable in this thing because now they saying, hey, the Texans set up hotel rooms.
I said that in the beginning.
But did you notice? Did nobody say he did anything until he said?
Still ain't until he said he wanted to trade.
Until he wanted to trade. I said the owner put them up today.
The fucking lawyer, the Busby dude, Tony Busby, whatever. That's the lawyer that's handling all these cases. Lives next door to the fucking owner. He's his homeboy.
You know what I'm saying?
This is literally that's how you see them do white people do black people.
Okay, because wasn't Ben raping bitches?
Who?
Roethlisberger?
Yeah.
Did he ever get suspended? Let's see. Did Ben ever get suspended? I don't remember Ben Roethlisberger ever getting suspended, bro.
Oh no. I know they let in some Ben.
Ben had hella accusations. But he never got fucking suspended. But y'all talk about suspending this man for another year. The Texans already let that motherfucker sit all fucking last year.
6 games? What year was
So, let's see. He got 6 games.
I don't remember.
I
see it, but I don't
But the motherfucker still play.
Ben Roethlisberger got 6 games in 2000. So, my dilemma is, why the fuck y'all sitting there trying to make this motherfucker here get a whole year talking about indefinite suspension?
How many cases he got?
He's the first player suspended under the conduct policy who hasn't been arrested or charged with the crime. So, was he not charged? They just had allegations?
Yes. Deshaun Watson ain't never been charged.
So Ben was paying bitches off. And they
but all this was...
that's what he just did.
But I'm going to be honest with you, all this was reckless. Because for one, if you get a massage, why you not getting it at the team facility? But they saying the Texans renting out hotel rooms? Yeah.
So apparently what they were saying was he would go get a massage and shit, right? So suppose this is what they saying. Allegedly. So he would get the massage and he'd roll over with his towel. Of course, you know, he laying there butt ass naked, whatever. He'd roll over and his shit'd be hard and he'd be like, and if they didn't do nothing, he'll sit there and start beating the motherfucker like, shit, keep rubbing.
And they didn't walk out?
No. They didn't.
Oh, loose lips.
So now
It
it's
wasn't
what?
loosen up around the right thing. Them bitches probably could have got paid.
I'll be 100 with
That
you.
what they could do in there?
And I still to this day, and I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and victim shame and say that they liars and nothing, but it just seems so highly unlikely that the first, 2 or 3 years of this man's career, he got, what was it, year 2 or 3, they gave him that big ass contract extension. He got that big ass contract extension, right? And then when they didn't hire a black coach because he thought they was gonna hire the enemy. And then they hired that light-skinned ass nigga, that color nigga that they didn't really want, but they thought they was gonna appease him by getting a half black ass coach who's light-skinned as a motherfucker who had never been a coach, 66 years old, didn't know nothing about being a head, and they fired his ass the next year. When he said, "Nah, man, this ain't what I want, man. I want to trade. Just go ahead and trade me somewhere else." Them motherfuckers said, "Oh yeah." The fucking owner's lawyer who lives right down the street. He was the owner's homeboy. He's the lawyer that's representing all 26 of these motherfuckers now. Is it 24 or 26 fucking cases? Came out. Oh, Deshaun Watson has been doing strange things and sexually assaulting women in massages. So that's why they ended up sitting him all last year. He didn't play at all last year. You don't play, that's going to kind of fuck with your money a little bit. You still got to pay him, but it's going to fuck with your money a little bit. So then it's like they went to court. They brought it up in front of a grand jury. The grand jury investigated. The grand jury decided, no, we're not going to indict him on any charges. We're going to drop the criminal case. So now all 24, 26 of them come back and they file civil suits.
That's the workaround.
So now that's the way they're getting around it. He's already been cleared criminally. So now y'all getting back into some civil shit, and y'all talking about, oh well, we probably gonna have to suspend him for a year at least or indefinitely. How? So he just settled 20. How many was it? 24 out of the 26, or 22 out of the 20, or 24 out of the 26, something like that. He only got like 2 or 3 cases left that he ain't settled. Got him out the way. They had to drop all that shit. And now he just had a meeting. He had a meeting this week with the NFL's investigator, and they said that they went through a 3 or 4 day hearing, and they'll have an idea how long they're gonna suspend him. But basically, they're going to suspend him. Now
it should be 6 games.
At the most. But I'm here. Okay, so the reason I'm bringing all this shit up is the question I'm posing is, should your outside life be a reason for you to be punished in your professional life?
Yeah. Because you said the word professional. Your professional character is you.
Okay, what? So let me ask you a question. Now that you say this, so okay. So
what? Okay, go ahead.
You go out here and you get a bunch of fucking speeding tickets or something, or get your license suspended. Should that affect your job?
Well, that's not.
That's your job is your profession, right?
But I wouldn't say that's detrimental to your conduct.
Yes, it is. If you running around the streets driving like you a bat out of hell.
A bat out of hell could be 7 miles over the speed limit.
It don't matter. We gonna say you was fireballing. You doing 10, 20 out over the speed limit, and you getting pulled over. You getting arrested. Everything. Should that affect your job?
Yeah, it could.
But should it?
Yeah. It will.
But should it?
It's gonna change. Yeah, it's gonna change the way how you get to work.
No. It's gonna change the way you get to work. Okay, so say you can get to work regardless, but your job is your job, right? You as long as you go in that motherfucking building, what the fuck they got to say about your personal life?
Okay, so that reverse back to Aura. So what he did in his personal life should translate into his professional life.
His personal life translated into his professional life.
What I'm saying is, because you say, I mean, people have the thing separate the artist from
the music. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the same thing you're saying. You don't feel like that should determine what goes on his professional life.
So,
but in that case, it does.
My thing is this: if you are in your professional life, you decide that you want to sit there and brag, create songs to show how you've done certain things, even get on videos and tell motherfuckers that how y'all couldn't get me. That's taunting motherfuckers. Deshaun Watson ain't taunting the motherfucker. You get a speeding ticket, I'm not taunting the job. I'm not taunting the profession.
But that's minor.
I don't think he should be suspended. And the reason I say that,
I don't either.
The reason I say that because he sat out the whole year.
The whole last year. I feel like the way they treated him, that should count. But they'll say that that's a team decision. That's not a league decision.
I mean, I don't know what y'all expecting the league to do was right anyway, because Kaepernick still ain't playing.
Well, they did give him a trial, but I mean,
they gave him a tryout.
And then they got they super coons to get out here and talk about how that was the worst workout we've ever seen.
They gave him a tryout, but they had no intentions of going.
Right, that was just to hear.
Shut y'all up.
Yeah, and then like I said, because they always got these coon ass niggas, and I mean, I hate to say it, but I grew up loving Warren Sapp as a player, but as a man, he needs to shut the. Warren needs to shut the fuck up. Nigga, because wasn't nobody talking shit when you was down there getting them goddamn fucking prostitutes outside the Super Bowl in Arizona, motherfucker.
But I'm going to tell you, it's not like Kaepernick was great, but when you look around the league...
You got some really bum-ass quarterbacks that I know that he's better than.
100%.
That's the only dilemma I'm saying. I'm not saying he was an elite level fucking QB, but you can't sit here and tell me he was better than, what was that game I watched him... Davis Mills, not Davis Mills. What was the other motherfucker for the Texans? That was Trinash. And they was playing. I'm like, bro, y'all could have used Kaepernick.
What y'all not about to do is be mad at him for taking the kneel and then put the shit all on the back of the fucking helmets. Like, y'all give it a
because he goes back to one thing, bro. These motherfuckers in power, they don't like shit unless they can capitalize off of it. And as soon as they can capitalize off of it, they had that shit in the end zone. Mm-hmm. It takes all of us. End racism. Black Lives Matter. Boy, y'all hated that shit when y'all wasn't getting nothing off of it. Mm-hmm. Y'all hated that shit. But, I mean, it is what it is. I still don't think the nigga should get suspended. And if he does get suspended, I'll say this. Okay, I get it. We got a conduct policy. You can't be getting in trouble. Okay, cool. He better not get no more than 6 to 8 games. That indefinite or a year long, that's bullshit. You can't say that when you giving other motherfuckers all these passes. Greg Hardy was beating the fuck out of his wife. Ooh. Y'all wasn't doing shit to him.
He was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to MMA.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got the practice.
Right. He was hitting the dummy. Shit. So I mean, you know, it's fucked up, man.
Okay. But did y'all watch Versus?
No.
I did.
I seen some highlights that was funny as fuck because Mario was there.
It seemed like everybody was sounding like me.
Man, they did, bro.
Free baby.
Hey, what we found out was a lot of these niggas we enjoy some of their songs. Them niggas really was studio helped.
Man, Sammy them was over there looking like Cooley hiding him over there all three. I wish.
Hey, and that nigga Ray J was over there looking like David Ruffin. You niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, then he over there hitting.
Talking about I was holding my baby. That's why I couldn't see. Boy, if you don't, why is he here?
Nah, they be having all
that's Brandy, brother.
But Brandy went off on his ass. Like
didn't I tell you to drink shut the fuck up for 2 days, drink the tea, and not do all that shit?
Now your ass off key.
Don't delete my comment no more.
What was that all about though? That beginning part, all that pre-game.
I think
that was they was trying to do an opener.
But I think because you know they be every time we get on Versus, motherfuckers ain't never ready.
So they were trying to be like, well, here, watch this little minor shit.
Yeah, but that's what the DJs for done. I've seen some of the DJs really.
Because what it is, you know what it is? They was trying to do, because you got so many other artists. You're gonna run out of artists that got 20 fucking hits.
Them niggas wasn't.
So what they was doing
was
what they was trying to do, and I remember this, and honestly, and I listen to Joe Budden's podcast. He had said something about like they need to start doing something with motherfuckers that don't have that many hits, but they got some hits. So that was like an undercard, you know what I'm saying, in boxing. Hey, motherfuckers that got a couple hits, we could throw them out here and let them do like the opening. And then get to the bigger fucking
but them
artists.
Niggas had.
I didn't think that Omarion and Mario had 20 fucking hits.
Mario got some hits.
Mario, he did his thing.
He brought a lot of shit back that the nigga didn't remember, but I didn't.
Nah,
I still never liked him though about that. He should have never touched Biz Markie. He was too young for that.
I fuck with just the.
You could like it, but he shouldn't have touched that. He too young for that.
You.
He shouldn't have touched that. He should have
Yeah,
left that for the grown folks.
yeah.
But it was nice.
You didn't like that song?
It was nice. You know I don't like that millennial tour.
He had that braid in my hair. I don't know how to braid, but I
you
want
said
to
that
braid
like I'm
my
gonna be
hair.
like, oh, that was my shit right there. Braid my hair. Shit. No.
Braid my hair. Somebody just braid my hair. I know Mario had them cocaine nostrils. That's all
Why
I
are
know.
you telling?
No, he said on Oprah his mama was on that coat.
Him and his mama.
Damn, his
She
mama
was
put
like
him
a
on that shit?
manager.
So they both were sniffing
She
together?
fucked him over on his
Oh,
lip.
yeah?
So they both were sniffing together? Damn.
I didn't know that. That's
I
kind
ain't
of
know
crazy.
I don't know if they were sniffing together, but they both had
Yeah,
the
he
issue.
had the money. They was sniffing the whole 8-ball.
Mama,
No,
where's my shit?
he grew into his nostrils though. Mario look good for his age.
How old is Mario?
I don't know. He got to be 30 something.
So you saying that damn a nigga that 30 something supposed to look bad?
Some do.
Especially if they doing that much
Getting his
goddamn too.
dough.
Well, their nostrils big enough to drive a goddamn
Studio.
Cadillac Escalade into.
Not now. He grew into him.
Nah, the motherfucker, he stopped all that
Man.
cocaine.
Hey,
Them motherfuckers
no,
still
but
be-
he was getting shit out. Like, he was talking so much shit
But he's
on the
petty.
verses.
He's petty as fuck,
I
and I
said,
loved
when
it.
Jeremiah started singing off key, he was like, no, nigga, what is you doing?
Yeah, he said,
I
hey
was
man,
like,
hey, don't bring
yeah,
nobody,
but-
don't bring nobody else on this motherfucker.
But
That
did
nigga
nobody
is
ask for that
terrible.
verses, man. That verse
I don't know.
was
I fucked with it, but Mario was at what? Omarion was dancing. He was like, "You a dancing nigga. If you don't do nothing else, you come dance."
But you know, I'm gonna tell you something I didn't like though. I ain't never liked none of them. I did like when he dropped the song. Oh, that was cool. But
you didn't like Touch?
no.
Touch.
Back
But,
into it.
but these dudes who help you get to where you are, you gonna have my background dancers.
Nah, them niggas some haters.
Yeah, Omarion don't
Nah.
fuck
Nah, all them
with.
niggas some haters. Raspy, you get tampered with. Shut the fuck up.
They
All
all
of
got
them
tampered
did.
with.
Lil Fizz, you ain't shit. Shut the fuck up.
Mario,
But he
he
the
was
one
happy
that
when he
did
got
this
touched.
shit.
J Boog,
He the one that
fuck you.
started the shit.
J Boog was boy, shut the fuck up.
Nigga, hold on, wait a minute. I didn't even like B2K when they
I
came
don't know
out.
why Pleasure P was on there.
But let's be 100. Omarion wasn't the main motherfucker that all the females
yes,
was on.
the fuck he was.
Nah, all these little bitches was on Lil Fizz, little light
Hell
skin
no,
ass.
never.
He was on your wall.
No, Omarion was fine. And wasn't none of them little niggas on my wall.
All the niggas is short.
Okay, what they have to do? They look cute.
A little short. You little action figure
Hey,
built ass
speaking
niggas.
of, hey, you was talking about Leah, AJ number, Pretty Ricky. That was my shit.
So what that mean? They
Nigga
had
drunk.
it too.
AJ ain't nothing but a
He a
number.
drunk, so he probably did something.
He actually a grandpa now too.
Who?
I bet he is.
At 35.
He from Florida.
Here's your P.
How old is this child? 14?
He from Florida,
No, I
nigga.
think the nigga grown.
That tell you right there.
What they tell me? I stayed in Florida for 3 years.
Them niggas is nah. That's all they do. Ain't shit else to do.
It's a
Sit in
lot
the
to do.
swamps and have sex.
It's a lot to do down there.
Yeah, sit on the beach and have sex.
Ain't nobody doing that.
That's all they do.
Most people that live where it's the beach don't really go. Like,
I swear, when I stayed in
Yeah.
Florida, like them be tourists. Like we might go to the
Yeah.
beach like once every 5-6 months. Like we wasn't at the beach.
no.
But everybody like, man, I want to live, move close to the beach. Well, I'm
You
telling you,
not
would not
gonna
be there.
go?
You would not be there.
Ooh, that's not
Let's go talk about JoJo. What's this inflation doing, and when you gonna stop? Joe Biden gotta go. I'm not voting for him next time.
That nigga
How long
shouldn't
he been
even
in
run.
office? Is this
Too long? I don't even know.
Is this like 1 year, 2 years?
Is it? I
It's
don't
2
know.
years. We 2 years in.
Are we?
I still ain't seen him. He probably looking good for himself. I ain't
The
seen him in
next
so
No,
long.
election-
not. He looking real
I ain't seen him in
old.
so long.
The next election
Every
is
time you see a
24.
nigga, he looking at the teleprompter like
Bro, he
this.
was old. He's the oldest president anyway. He was already the oldest president.
But well, let me ask you this. Come and tell you now, I do need Trump back. Because Trump, I want to load up on all these guns because these Trump supporters. But you remember when something happened with the gas before, when I think he actually started getting gas and oil from Texas.
Yeah.
And it kept it low. So why ain't we doing this now?
Well, no.
If we
You know
had-
what he did? He did what every other president, even Obama, did this shit. What they do is the United States government has what they call oil reserves. They keep emergency oil reserves in case that anything happens. Whoopty whoop. So usually when there's a point of high inflation, they're supposed to release the oil reserves so that the oil reserves will bring the it's not so high to get the shit, which Joe Biden supposedly released the oil reserves like 3 months ago, but the gas never went. And I remember OPEC even got on there and said, "Hey, we've already increased our fucking oil production, and we've dropped the price because the production has increased. The price of a barrel has gone down from it was like $100 and some a barrel to like $90 or $80 a barrel." The reason I think it's still some bullshit going on because all these other factors came in to where gas was supposed to, all the oil was supposed to go down, but yet the prices of gas went up.
I just think Joe don't know what he's doing. Also, Trump would have had Britney back home.
Possibility.
Nah,
Yeah,
ain't no
he would have been on that
Remember
shit.
he went and got ASAP out of there?
Yeah, he would have been on that shit. Cause ain't no reason why y'all ain't brought Brittany Griner home.
Hey.
She had like a fucking CBD vape.
Joe was like, who?
Well, they trying to make it like, from what I understood, they trying to make it like she's a supplier.
Yeah, yeah. And she had like a couple of drops of fucking CBD oil.
Joe said, I don't know.
Play sports, her joints hurt.
Joe said, I don't know who that is. Just...
They asked Joe Biden about it. He said, Britney Spears. Well, congratulations.
I'm glad she got off.
I'm glad she got her conservatorship off. They was like, no, Brittany Griner.
Hey, Brittany been sitting over there. You know they talking that Russian bullshit to her.
Did you see her when she was going to court? Man, her eyes was well. She looked spooked and scared in a motherfucker. Man, I feel bad as fuck for her.
I seen what somebody said, like, when you go to a Russian court, it's 1% chance.
Yeah.
Of being found not
the
guilty.
conviction rate is 99%.
And she's looking at 10 years.
Really?
It's 99%.
She's looking at 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And
1%.
You know, they probably been torturing her. Make her to use dildos and shit. That's
Well, she's a female. That ain't that torture.
She's a
Man,
stud.
they still females.
She's the user, not the usee.
I don't know what
I don't know what
they
Russia
do.
do.
What the women doing now.
Russia be doing a lot.
They be doing the scissors. I know they do the scissors.
I don't think she do
My
scissors.
studs be strapping.
They do the scissors. That's
I
why they
ain't gonna
rub
hold
it
you. The first
together.
time I
don't
seen
think
that shit,
studs
I was
do
like,
scissors.
God damn it, what year
Not
was that?
studs.
Nah, I seen some.
They do it.
Well, first time I seen a chick use a strap on another chick, and I was there, and it was damn, what year was that?
You was where?
It was 90s.
You was watching a movie?
2000? No,
I done been in the room with two females doing something.
With a strap?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he talking about.
Yeah.
They were eating each other.
Yeah, they was doing all that shit. I remember.
Well, that's different.
Nah, it was me and Shitbrick and I think it was Fonzo. We knew these chicks.
Listen to him dropping names.
Okay.
Y'all won't see me with these niggas.
All right, keep going.
Shit, the fuck. So they had a fucking. Remember them apartments out there by President Gordon's?
No.
Not President Gordon's, but the ones right before, across from where their Family Dollar is.
The ones that caught on fire?
Did they catch on fire?
I thought so.
No, that's the other ones that always catch on fire. I know what you're talking about.
They always catch on fire.
Yeah, by G's.
Yeah, they
You
catch
talking
on,
about the ones next
they
door to
catch on
G's.
fire every time Big T's catch on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, you see Or Gates.
Them motherfuckers catch on fire all the time. Every couple weeks, every couple months, them motherfuckers catch on fire. But anyway, so we had, I'll never forget this day because we were supposed to go. There was a concert down here at the motherfucking Municipal Stadium, and Trina and all them was coming. This was when Trina was first coming out, and that was my crush, celebrity crush. Trina was my old school.
Okay, what's the story?
Yeah, she was the baddest motherfucker. So.
She said she was the baddest.
Yeah, she did. That's why I said she was a bad motherfucker. Katrina. So we was over this fucking apartment. We drinking like a motherfucker. I done bought like a case of Hennessy at the time.
Case?
A case. Because I was working at the International Paper. Oh, nigga, them checks was great. So we ride.
Case?
I bought a case of Coronas and a case of fucking Hennessy.
Damn.
We sitting over there getting fucking hammered. I'm talking about we getting fucked up. It's me too, but yeah, I should drink. This is why I don't drink Hennessy anymore. Like I always be saying, I don't like the taste of it no more. I saturated myself with it. I fucked myself up. I drank so much of it back in when I was younger. So anyway, it's me, my two niggas, and then it's the whole rest of this place is just full of female. We just kicking it. We drunk. Boom, boom, boom. I passed out on the couch. Brolin passed on the other. We sitting there leaned out like this. This motherfucker sprawled out all over the goddamn floor. It ain't got a door in this motherfucker. And I remember these two bitches. I'm sitting there watching. These motherfuckers asleep, but they wasn't asleep. They done woke up. And the other one's like, wake up, blah, blah, blah. So she pulls out the little thing. That motherfucker put that motherfucker. I'm laying on the fucking couch. I'm playing sleep like. They sit there because I woke up and I'm like, is these bitches starting to eat each other? So they get down. I'm like.
They was ugly.
No.
I would go ahead.
I ain't drinking shit. Yeah, that's
sleep.
right. That's what you do. But nigga,
Shall I jump down there with him?
yeah, but I ain't want to fuck it up. I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do for a little bit. So I'm sitting there like, damn. They kept looking around, like Kevin Hart grandma.
At the funeral.
Yeah. So they got to doing it, and the other chick pulled out the strap, and I'm like, is that bitch boy? She get that.
So.
Get that.
Hold on, this get
All
good. Hold on, this
these
get
men,
good.
all these men, and you said I'll
Three
take the
niggas.
strap.
Three
I'll
niggas.
take the strap.
But you know what? I had heard females talk about that though. They be when people like, why y'all use that when you don't, but you don't
Because
like
only
men.
a
but-
woman knows how to please a woman. A woman knows how to please another woman. That old fuck ass.
You got to eat it up.
This nigga. So, we gonna go ahead and get up out of here. But I just want to ask y'all a question. I'm gonna give you one little song that I think is fucked up. And we gonna play this motherfucker because I think this is the
That
song.
was it.
I think this is the song that I
We
played
ain't
one
covered
day.
everything yet.
And my goddamn wife, she played it. She was like,
What else you got on there? I'm gonna get out of here. You ain't covered everything. Get in.
it ain't
man.
shit left that's important.
It is. You know what?
What is it?
We talk about everything. We talk about
Yeah.
It's a lot to talk about in the world, man.
what's your trending
But
topic?
you know what though? I found out. Remember when you came to my daughter's graduation party?
Mm-hmm.
We sat around and we talked. And it's crazy how you look at people every day though, and everybody look alright. But we started talking about simple stuff with like black people, like high blood pressure, diabetes, and like the people who was there with me, people that I know. I didn't even know they suffer from this stuff. Like the people that was there, we was just sitting there talking about it. You know, the people that was there when y'all pulled up, like, oh, y'all got high blood pressure, y'all got diabetes. I didn't know.
Yeah. We all suffer from a bunch of bullshit, man. You know what? A lot of things, boy, you bring up a topic that can go a whole another fucking couple more hours. Listen, it all goes back to.
We ain't outside tonight, so that's fine.
Yeah, anyway, so it all goes back to our health habits and how society has changed. Most of these problems that black folks especially have are dietary problems. Diabetes is a dietary disease. You can change your eating and get rid of that shit.
Sometimes.
Blood pressure,
Sometimes.
no, most of the time.
Sometimes.
The majority.
Sometimes.
If you change your fucking eating habit and you get that fucking weight off of you, you can get rid of that shit to where it's manageable or non-existent. Motherfuckers.
But you know, diabetes is not always weight dependent. And
I'm not
all
just
that.
talking about weight, because I seen motherfuckers that ain't even fat that got diabetes.
Right.
It's just your eating.
Not always.
Fat.
I just said that.
You said I don't know people that ain't fat. I'm just saying, like, you gotta be fat.
That was my point. Put the fucking headphones
But
on.
you said lose weight, and you're right. Is what
I
I'm
lost
saying.
100 some
Most
pounds,
people.
dog.
Come on, Simba.
I lost 120 pounds. That means
You kept them in the trunk.
Yeah, you know, somewhere, but
What the fuck? Anyway, you the one that brought up the topic, nigga. Since you don't keep cutting me out, nigga, say something.
I just want y'all to be healthy, man. Live a good life, man.
Nigga.
You didn't even know I could act save, man.
Nigga's a heathen.
Man, this used to be my joint right
Give
here.
y'all a song. I just want y'all to hear
Man, it
how.
was, man.
Listen, I'm playing this song because I
This
want y'all
ain't
to hear
shit,
this
but
shit.
hey, Barbara, this is
But
Shirley.
listen, I just want y'all to hear how fucked up these songs was that we used to salute.
Man,
I ain't
fight for your man.
Listen, this wasn't even her fucking man.
She said it don't matter if you smashed him, but he's mine.
It's the side
For
bitch.
y'all
anthem.
youngsters, this is Moken Stealth.
Smoking stuff.
Hey, is this the Midnight Love again? Yeah, he's mine.
Listening to the sounds of smoking stuff.
Hey, I remember when we used to have that Midnight Love, they used to be like, hey, this is dedicated to such and such from Getty.
You was calling?
Yeah, you used to call me. Man, get my name on the radio, man. Then I go to school the next day and be like, I heard you on the radio.
Listen to this shit. The whole bitch is telling her that she fuck with this nigga.
She said you been with him one night, bitch. That's her man. You may have had her once, bruh.
And he raw dog that one night.
Raw
Okay.
dog from the bag.
And she talking about you can't sleep at night, bitch. You calling me?
And that's my message to all the fellas. Raw dog, you only could catch a disease on the 13th, the 26th, and the 27th of every month.
Just stick it in her butt. Can't get pregnant in the butt.
Can't get pregnant in the butt. Like they say, fuck how it turned out. Listen to that baby. See, music don't have that. That's when they take it to the bridge right there. They don't have that no more.
That's an 808 back then.
Yeah, you know, the whole R&B like, take it to the bridge. They don't do that no more.
808 no more.
Yeah.
This be the thing. Women find out they man cheating, and they want to call the girl and go off like the girl got some loyalty to him. Check your man.
Who? Can't check me, Joe.
Check your man. Don't check the woman.
Don't check me, bitch. Check your credit score.
Nah.
You hear me? You hear me?
That's where y'all go wrong every time. You mad
Don't
at her.
check me, bitch. Check your cholesterol.
She don't owe you shit. You talking about he coming home, but he fucking out.
In the words of Larry June, don't check me, bitch. Check your lottery tickets.
Man. Telling me something.
Oh, this nigga ready to thought out.
you
Look at this thought.
Man, I'm about to have a baby tonight.
Oh, shit. He gonna have to.
I got man, I know somebody gonna make a great single mother. Don't do that.
You ain't like that.
You ain't gonna bring him no McDonalds or nothing?
Yes, you is.
I cook hamburger helper.
My baby's gonna eat Culver's.
I cook hamburger helper.
Culver sound good.
Oh, shit.
What time is it?
Hell, my kids like lobsters and seafood.
That's
You
why
wanna
the
eat
bitch
for a
didn't have no
day?
food stamp
Or you want to eat for a month?
for a month.
I'm playing these games.
Let me fade it out for this motherfucker right down there. He ready to go thought his life
Man,
out.
give me something good, man.
That boy ready to thought his life out, little whore. Little whore.
Oh, man, I think it's time to get married, man.
Oh, yeah? You got somebody in mind?
Man, why not get married, man? Ain't
Not
nothing
why
going
not.
on in
Don't
the
say
street.
why not, because why not is like, okay, I'll settle.
No, man.
That's what why not is. Why not?
I need to put you on that. See that one right there? On my thumb.
That little ragged ass thing. I see that shit.
Hey, y'all, this is about to you by Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra.
That one too.
Yeah, but yeah, you need to get on there, man.
What it?
Man, you know, I be grooving, man. You know, I be listening to that blues, man, and man.
All right, man. This has been an eventful, interesting, and introspective episode of Uncensored. We're gonna go ahead and call it a day. We've enjoyed
It's some
ourselves.
hoes in this house. It's some hoes in this house.
This our house.
Yeah, there's no hoes here. I'm retired. I'm a retired whore.
It's some hoes in this house.
And on that note, we're getting the fuck out of here. Look at this thotty body.
Big dude, man. That big dude, man. Yeah, I know big dude. Get it, man. Hey! Hey, act like these hoes, man. Y'all know they get on that line and be like, hey, hey.